loud or anything?
No.
Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And we were caught mid-conversation there. I was telling Jay about an issue I'm having with my rectum.
Yeah, it's bleeding profusely because of a guy named Jim Bob. And you know what? That's going to happen the first time. It's going to happen. They got to slide it in with some soap and oil.
Don't be thinking what you're thinking. He just kicked me really hard while I was spreading them. How's your all's day? How's everyone doing? Slow, slightly shriveled to the left, you know?
It has been a great day for me. I say that with such sarcasm, but I'm not going to get into it today because we're going to have a great show. I refuse to let this show be bad. Don't you dare ruin my day, Jim Bob. Don't you dare.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Yeah. So by the way, did you get to make a list? I didn't even ask you.
Yeah, it was a rush list, but it was one of those lists that I had to do. Like I was taking a shower and I had April read off the IMDb to me while I was like showering, so I could tell her to write it down what was my number ones through 10.
Yeah. So there's nothing to talk about today, you guys. There's been absolutely nothing happened. So I messaged Jay like an hour ago and I was like, hey, you want to do the top 10 of the 2000s, which is what we're going to do today. That's what we were just talking about, our top 10 movies of the year 2000 to continue that list going on. Jay didn't text me back until like 5 minutes ago, and he's like, yeah, my network is down. And I was like, and you're telling me this now?
Yeah, well, he thought I meant the internet. It was just my network. Yeah. It's been one of them days where everybody sucks. I can't say the rest of it because we're under 10 minutes, but you know what I'm talking about. Those fans of Biscuits of Limp.
Don't really know why. Yeah, so we're going to do our top 10 movies of the year 2000. Unless something huge happened. Did anything huge happen just now? Are we going to get a...
I don't think anything. Literally all that's been in the news cycle, at least on my feed, is it's nonstop about Anthony Mackie. And I'm like, I get he like really screwed the pooch, and Disney's in like damage control right now, but basically falling over themselves trying to figure out how to salvage what he said. Which is a stupid. I mean, again, we talked about that briefly yesterday. It was a dumb move by Anthony Mackie. Like the worst thing you can do is literally playing a character called Captain America, go to Rome promoting it, and then say, "I don't think it should represent America." I don't think that was a good idea, there, Chief. But now they're all, they're tripping over themselves to find out what to do. I mean, that's all that I've seen so far. That's all I've seen so far. But you know what's weird is like I hate the term grifter. It's just as bad as overusing the word woke. It's just the same thing. To me, it's a dumb word. Like I think that when people call everything woke or grifting, you lose all sorts of credibility in a conversation because that's what you're just trying to label somebody else something so that you can dismiss their opinion. But like when I've seen videos where they're like, Anthony Mackie says F America, and that's the quote, and they're trying to quote that. And then I was like, it's obviously a clickbait title to get you to click on the video because that's not actually what he said. Now he did say something really stupid and dumb. I agree with you 100%. He shouldn't have said it. But he didn't go to Rome and say, I love the Catholic Church, F America, because the Catholic Church never done nothing wrong.
You know what I just did, dude? I'm so stupid. This is where my brain's at this morning. I went to Google Anthony Mackie so I could pull up the news story while you were talking about it. And instead, I just went to Twitter and I just typed in Anthony Mackie and I pressed enter.
It's everywhere.
Just tweeted just the words Anthony Mackie on my Twitter.
It says, I thought it looked like you said Anthony. I thought you said Anthony Mackie. It's like somebody's gonna call you racist.
No, dude, but it's so funny because this guy Sean, that's his Twitter for you in a nutshell. I posted because I was trying to Google it, and instead I put it in Twitter and hit enter. Anthony Mackie, and this dude Sean responds, "Have you seen some of the leaked Five Nights at Freddy's pics?"
Jeez, dude, like that guy's on the ball. Like that guy is Twitter. He's ascended the levels.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I don't want to. It's literally. The story, like I said, I told you guys the story yesterday. Like that's what happened. He went to Rome. He said some stupid stuff, and he's getting a lot of backlash for it. Deservedly so. You shouldn't sit there and run your mouth. Like again, you got to be like careful when you're trying to promote these movies. And I don't know when these actors are going to learn. Like when you're trying to promote a movie, the last thing you need to do is start bashing the freaking American audience or saying anything negative against the American audience because it's going to have an impact at the box office. So anyway, that's really what it is. But he didn't say F America. Maybe that was the sentiment. I don't know. If it was, then definitely double F him. But I don't think I don't know. But anyway, that's been all on my feed. And I hate when you do that. Like when you click on one video and then all of a sudden your feed is just blown up with constant.
It's that algorithm, man.
Yeah. I was like, I wish we could get in that algorithm, like shitty YouTubers and just that be like all.
Yeah, you sound like Ultron for a second there because it went.
That's just because my anger coming out.
His mask of sanity is starting to slip, folks. No, that's why people live in echo chambers, man. That's why everybody fights so much. Is because you only have your own opinion thrown back at you all day long,
Yeah.
constantly. Or if you read a story about someone you hate, you see a bunch of people you hate. Speaking of which, dude, I've been watching the RFK confirmation all day, and we're not gonna get into politics, obviously.
Oh, I
But
forgot he
just
was doing that.
on the movie side of things, it's just, dude, it's like watching a movie. Like it's extreme shittery. Not only do you have the senator is like yelling at him, and the senator looks like the dude in X-Men who Magneto turned into water.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
He's like translucent skin, and he's up there, and like before he even gives him a chance to answer the question, he's like screaming at him. He's like, "You the American people," and then you got Bobby being Bobby over. He's like, "I told you Cheryl doesn't want me to have the pizza rolls, so we're not gonna have the
give
pizza
the man
rolls."
a chance.
Like,
He's got a worm in his brain. God dang, dude. No, yeah.
and then there's protesters screaming in the back. It's like an Iron Man movie, dude. It's crazy.
Now, what would prevent her from walking into a bank or walking into one of your all's bedrooms?
Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark, you're out of order.
Remember when I wanted to build what was it? Something around the world, a suit of armor around the world, but your precious freedoms, your precious freedoms. I got
that guy keeps asking about his bird, and we don't know where his bird is.
I got no coordinates for you, Cap. No strategies, no hope. Liar. Yeah, I haven't. I know that. The only thing I know about the Bobby Kennedy thing was that his. I don't know if it's his niece or his cousin. I think it's his cousin. Was on there. It's like, he's a predator. Don't confirm him. And she looks like she's like 3 sheets to the wind. And they're like, why are you listening to her? But anyway,
the lady who's in the letter who
the one that was the former John F. Kennedy's daughter, which was the former ambassador to Australia. Yeah, I'll listen to you.
No, I don't. Yeah, she
looks
like a 5th grade teacher giving you detention.
Yeah, it's crazy, but that's all I've seen. But as far as movie news itself, which is what we're mainly going to cover here, obviously, that's what we do. But I haven't seen anything. I guess maybe you guys know more about what's going on than we do. But I haven't seen anything.
Following it. There's like today's been one of the deadest days for like movie news that I've seen in some time, young one. So that's why we're going to give you guys our top 10 movies of the year 2000. But first, what are you guys up to? Cam says, "What's up, duders? Did you guys hear about Jake Paul's new cash grab fight? As always, much love, you sexual bigots." Beings.
No, is he fighting a newborn? He's like, he's had 9 months to prepare, dog. That's more than enough time. I saw. I'm not gonna. I don't want people to like, Jay, you ripped that off. I know. I saw it like on a GIF or something. Somebody used AI to make it look like Jake Paul was talking in an interview. He's like, yeah, my next fight, because everyone's talking about that I'm fighting somebody old. I'm fighting a newborn. They've had 9 months to prepare. That's more than enough time to prepare, bro.
I was giving you major credit. I was like, that was really good. Off.
I know. I wish I had come up with. I should have just kept it. I mean, there's a lot of.
Don't you hate it when that happens? You shouldn't. Don't tell on yourself. Just steal.
I know. God dang, I should. I know, but I always. God, what a lying piece of trash these guys are. They steal people's jokes. What are they like? Carlos Mencia over here?
Yeah, it could happen to anyone. No, seriously though, he's fighting his brother. Dude, the title he put on the thing was "The Fight You've Been Waiting a Decade For." Jake Paul said that about his own fight. He's like, "The fight you've been waiting a decade for," and I was like, "Bitch, nobody wants to watch you two hit each other with pillows like this." It's just
you know what it is.
They can't go any lower. They go and do something and completely redeem themselves.
Jake Paul, they watch like the movie Warrior over and over again. It's like, we could be like that, dog. Because were you in the Corps? Then you ain't no brother to me. That's what they want to do.
Tommy!
They want to. It goes, I love you, Tommy. I'm sorry. Just tap, Tommy. Just tap. They want to do this like emotional moment in the ring where they hug each other and do all this stuff. And people are like, you know what? I want to see you do. I want to see you tackle a lawsuit that you lose. That's what I want to see, but it probably won't happen because you guys are extremely like privileged, like not white privilege, just like privilege because they're like they're silver spoon babies, and they can't get in trouble apparently. Because wasn't Logan Paul like wasn't there something with gambling or something that he screwed a bunch of people over with something like that?
Crypto, a rug pull, just like the Hawk 2 lady did.
Yeah, I mean, allegedly, I'm not going to try to get sued by Logan or whoever. I doubt they would. We're nobodies, but I'm just saying. I feel like Rocky in Rocky 5 is like, sue me for what?
Touch me and I'll sue. Speaking of which, this is this is a very mean joke, but speaking of jokes, this made me laugh really hard. The Hawk 2 girl did that, right? She did a rug pull, and no one's seen her. She's just like, I'm going to bed, y'all, and then no one's seen her. And like, there were some rumors. Someone posted that, not the serious way, but they posted they were like, there were some people who think that she committed whatever. And obviously she didn't. There's been pictures of her seen. This joke is so mean, but I couldn't help but laugh. Someone said, they said, quit on that thing. I was like, that's messed up, dude. That's just a bridge too far. I'm not laughing because it's a good joke. I'm laughing.
I mean, if that had actually happened, her PR team probably would have put it on T-shirts and sold it. Quit always trying to make that dollar, that dollar, y'all. But it's I can't do it. The Paul brothers. Woo-wee. I don't know how. Like, was it? Was it Logan? Was it Logan Paul is the one that went into Japan and filmed that body swinging from that forest, and then nothing happened to him?
That was Logan. Yeah, he's also the one that kicked his own dog off a boat that was running.
Hey, so that's what you do. So that's called a responsible dog owner. PETA should give him an award. Yeah, he was like, I was trying to teach the dog how to swim, bro. That's what happened. It's just a prank, bro. No, but allegedly. It's because I remember when that happened, it literally made it harder for a lot of other YouTubers because it trended when he did that. When he went to, he went to the suicide forest in Japan and he filmed a body swinging from the trees, and it was trending on YouTube. And YouTube didn't do anything about it. And then when people were like, "Hey, you're literally filming a dead body," he's like, "Oh shit, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know that, bro. I thought it was a prank, bro. Bruh." Whatever how he talks. And then they were like, "Oh no, that's bad." And then that ad apocalypse started happening around the same time that PewDiePie did his stupid thing with Fiverr.
Yeah, so we can thank the super rich for screwing up and making it hard for us to get paid on our videos. That's nice.
Yeah, that's when they limited ads, and they were like, it was real. Like that actually when they revised and refined their YouTube's TOS is bullshit anyway, but they really cracked down on people then. But anyway, it is what it is. I understand, like, you probably shouldn't be filming like victims of swinging in trees and not using it for content. So I understand
something a good person would do. As far as the fight, dude, what a joke. I mean, literally. But here's the only thing I can hope that happens is that, like, the only reason people watch them, he's doing the Floyd Mayweather thing. The only reason people watch them is because they want to see them get knocked out. Now, when they fix the fights or they fight milk bags, people, 60-year-olds and retired UFC fighters, they win the fights. The only time he's ever actually fought a fighter was Fury, and he lost. And Fury's not even a good boxer by those standards. So now he's going to fight his own brother. And the only thing I can hope is that nobody watches it, because there's no reason for anyone to watch this fight, because there's no winner. Like, they're not going to hurt each other. They're not going to knock each other out. And both of them are as hateable as the day is long. So I hope that they do it. And I hope it gets absolute trash numbers. And I hope that maybe they get some humility in their lives, but who knows?
So I was standing there and I was making out with my own brother. Your own brother is like far out, dude.
Now,
I think, it would be funny though if they have this all staged and planned, which it will be, and then all of a sudden, but their egos are so large, both of them their egos are so large, and Logan actually doesn't like Jake very much at all, I don't think. And then all of a sudden, while they're actually fighting, one of them accidentally hurts the other one on accident, and then they don't want to look like shit in front of their subscribers, so then they really start getting in a full-on out fight, and that would be great. It won't happen, but that would be great. There's always a chance. There's always a chance because they're both ego-driven dickheads. So.
It also makes no sense. Jake Paul has spent the past, like, he's not a real boxer. Like, he's like literally, basically, it's like My Sweet 16. It's like, Mommy, I want to be a boxer. And then they bought him the boxing ring, and they got him Mike Tyson, and they got him all the toys so he could pretend he was a real boxer. But he's still been training for years to do this, whereas Logan Paul's been, kicking dogs off boats allegedly and stuff like that. He's not been doing it. So it's obvious who would win the fight if it was an actual fight. It's just so dumb. Like,
well, I will give it. I don't like. I mean, I like Jake Paul better than Logan Paul if I had to pick one. At least Jake Paul has been trying. I mean, I don't think he's legitimate. I mean, he's not fought anybody to be considered a legitimate boxer, but he has been putting in the training. Like, I will say that, like 100%, he has been training to fight or box. Logan Paul just feels like he's just like,
anything is possible.
Like slimed into luck. Like every time he gets a chance, like being a wrestler, all of a sudden you're just you're a professional wrestler. Like you're literally wrestling on the biggest stage in the world in WWE. And who are you? Where did you come from? How long have you been doing it?
Yeah, and people gave Arquette shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, and he got burned for it for a long time.
Yeah, at least he was cool. Hey, love you too, Cam. Appreciate you, buddy. Byron says favorite alcohol beverage. We don't drink, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's Mott's apple juice.
Mine is you know what it is currently? I like to switch it around a lot. My personal taste is Makers and Diet Soda, Makers Mark and Diet Soda. But beer wise, it ebbs and flows. And lately, I've been into tequila. I've gotten real into tequila lately. Not just I was doing shots like when we did the Patreon stream when we watched what was it? What did we watch on the Patreon stream the month before last? You were over here with me.
The Substance.
No, it was one before that. Anyways, I was doing shots, but like, yeah, I club soda, lime, and tequila makes me feel like a summer day, and I've been drinking that lately. It's enjoyable. I've had 7 this morning.
I see. Getting an early start, huh? That's what men do. Yeah, my favorite will always and never not be Michelob Ultra, but I it's a little bit pricey at this current time, so I go to Miller Lite. But I mean, as far as like taste go, I think Michelob Ultra is superior light beer. It is the beer of the gods. But I Miller Lite's fine too. It's a fine substitute if you need to.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta live like a servant, though. No, seriously, it's crazy, dude. You gotta look at the prices on your beer, guys. Check out the prices on your beer. Don't just go be buying it willy nilly because they will get you. That garage beer I was drinking that I liked a lot. You would think that would be a couple more dollars. It's cheap. Coors Light, I went there. The other 12-pack Coors Light they wanted $14.99.
Yep.
I was like, run this by Donald?
It reminds me of that video. Well, Donald's working. Daddy's working on things. Yeah. He can't be busy with everything right now. But no, it was funny. You see that gif? Not a gif. It's a video of this older guy, and he's like I don't know where he's at. He's at a store. And he's buying something, and she's telling the price. He's like $20.05. And she's like, yeah. He's like, God dang. And he goes like, what is it made out of gold? And this guy's like building it. And then she's like, that's before taxes. Before taxes, it's $20.05. And then she's like,
sounds like Seinfeld.
It's not like Big Daddy. He's like, it's like total is $22.54, and he's like $22.54. Holy shit! It was dude, that's how you feel when you're checking out for your beer at the supermarket. But
100%, dude. By the way, I have no idea what Hans is. I think it's like a green and gold can. I don't think I've ever had it though. I'll try it for you though, Byron. Byron also says, would you rather have Michael Myers talk in full sentences or have him unmasked in one of the earlier installments? P.S. Watch NRL top hard-hitting moments. What's NRL? Not real life?
Yeah, I don't know.
National Rifle League?
That's going to be a good one. I think, I mean, at this point, they've unmasked him so many times. I'd rather have them one time. Well, they did that already. They unmasked him in the first Halloween, the original Halloween, when he looked like a plastic mannequin from the department store at Sears. Like, oh. Yeah. They already done that. So I'd rather just them do that and then rather him like, no, like in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Dude, I watched the scene where he kills where he's in the field just like walking around like in H2. And it's so much funnier than I remember because those rednecks walk up to him and that guy goes, he's like, look at him. He's like, you slimy dick. And then the other one goes, yeah, he's a big boy. He goes, about 7 foot fucktard. And then when Michael goes to stab the guy, he's like, ugh! Yeah. Ugh! I'm like, what is going
100% rather have Michael unmasked at least once early in installment than have to listen. Imagine if he were like talking to Loomis and he's like, actually, Dr. Loomis, I've not been able to tell my full side of the story. I've been psychologically scarred by my mother, who was a stripper, and she also rode a white unicorn in my dreams. And he's like, "What the hell is this?" Like that. I'd rather have Michael unmask every movie than listen to that bullshit.
Yeah, it's like too much of all of it for sure. Tim27 McChicken says, "Can Loomis say it's John Taker?" Also, thanks for becoming our new McDonald's manager, Loomis. Don't appreciate you firing everyone, but me though.
That's because you work for cheap, you goddamn whore, McChicken. I'll give you shut your mouth. And chicken tikka. That's all you know how to make, you idiot. That's why you're next on the chopping block. And you know what? I got to do something as a side job. Stop paying a lot over there at the Smith's Grove.
Lee the Machine Bowers, member for 7 months, says, hey, my sexy fellas, happy hump day. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Once my trunk is done, I'm planning a road trip this summer to visit this amazing woman I've been talking to for months. Wish me luck.
Ooh. All right, man. Good luck on the conquering of the whole. If you have to go. Good luck there, sir.
Yeah, let us know. Keep us updated on the truck, dude. I hope it's not too expensive because that's a nice looking vehicle there, and I hope you park it in a nice looking parking lot. If you know what I'm saying, okay? And you do. JK, his real name is Clarence. And Clarence's parents. Clarence parents has a real good marriage. Oh shit.
He goes to a private school, Cranberry. Let's
go. JK got some movie news. The Witch is overrated and sucks.
Oh shit, dude, that was the perfect time to do breaking news.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, dude, that was a good time to do it. But yeah, you're right. Woo.
The Witch sucks.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea, JK.
Dude, that does remind me. Piece of old movie news from a couple days ago, but we do got to talk about it. Let me go over here because you bring up an excellente point across. First off, who's not thirsty? Because I'm fucking thirsty. I would tear that can apart right now if I could. Look at the sugars in that bitch. 42 grams of sugars in one can of Surge.
It really gets you going. Diabetes all in one can, one shot. There you go. Have it.
I wonder how much caffeine was actually in those.
Oh, I think didn't they get discontinued because of the unsafe levels of not only sugar but the caffeine? I think, but I was like, it's got to be comparable to like Monster Energy drink now.
Dude, look at this goober motherfucker. This is Jacksonville Jaguars new head coach. The Jaguars have a chant in their audience where the crowd goes Duval like that.
What is that?
It's like it's the county they're from or whatever.
Oh,
their new coach, his first press conference.
Duval.
Oh, keep that man. Keep that man away from kitchen knives. That's scary, dude. Like that, I wouldn't want that guy to be drunk, like looking for like, hey, he's like, where's your forks and knives? And then like, you're not touching anything.
Duval.
That's what he would say when you're like, get out of my house. Duval.
That'd be fucking hilarious. I'm trying to find this thing. I fucking tweet too much. Oh yeah. Robert Eggers, dude. He said on the idea of having to photograph a car makes me ill, and the idea of photographing a cell phone is just death. And to make a contemporary story, you have to photograph a cell phone. It's just how life is. So no, talking about why he'll never make a movie set in modern times because he refuses to record a cell phone on film.
I was gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck you just said, dog, but I believe it, yo.
And hot dogs. Don't dare bring a hot dog around me. I won't smell it.
I didn't know that's what he looked like, or maybe I just forgot. Dude, he literally looks like JD Vance with a shaved head.
I can see it. God, I bet he hates that too.
He does. He looks like JD Vance with a shaved head.
That too. Yeah, dude. That's crazy, dude. Like, I mean, I think you're taking yourself a little too serious. There's just me. I like Nosferatu a lot. I think he's taking himself a little like, I won't dare record a cell phone with my camera. Like, you ever played Snake Dog on a Nokia? That shit's fun. Like, they're not all
well, I guess the modern because all they had was like regular cameras back then. They didn't have no fancy shit. Oh no, maybe they did. Maybe they did rent. I mean, I think that movie cost like $30,000 or something. So I don't know. I might be wrong. It doesn't matter though. But today you can literally take your iPhone or your Android, and the camera quality on that's pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if you filmed a whole movie on that, I mean, it might be difficult. There are challenges.
No, he said he won't film a cell phone. Like he won't. He doesn't want cell phones or vehicles in his films.
Why don't you stay in the fucking bed then? Go live in your werewolf life.
I thought your reaction to that was pretty tame. Yeah, dude, that's like, dude, you filmed a mustachioed vampire and his dangly dick, like, you know, having sex with a woman with a bowl cut.
They showed his wiener in the movie.
Spoiler. I mean,
did it have fangs at the end?
His cock. There's Dracula cock in Nosferatu. Sorry to ruin that for anyone. It's not a huge cock. If anybody was worried that it was going to show him up,
yeah, cool. He goes. The Nosferatu goes. I cut it to me a suck zone.
Yeah, it's okay.
I haven't seen it yet, so it's on the list to watch. But I didn't know. They showed full on wiener dangling
in the ghetto. I'm going to see Companion tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that. Apparently, it's really good. Like the trailers are good. I think it's
is that the ghost POV?
No, that's Presence. That came out last week. I didn't get a chance to go see it. I still want to, but Space Ghetto. That's why I said in the ghetto. I was wondering why that popped in my head. I love you guys. Keep up the awesome content. Fuck JP. Yeah.
Thanks, Specs Ghetto. You came in here. I had just heard one thing: ring, ding, dong, ring, a ding, 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 dong. Keep your heads. Ding, dong. Hey, thanks, Specs Ghetto. We will.
Who's JP, by the way?
JK, I think.
JK?
Jake Paul.
Yep. Byron Hansen said Hans is an Aussie beer. I'd take one down. I'd throw back an Aussie with you, my friend. I would love to. Byron also says a 30-pack of any alcohol in Australia starts at $50 Australian.
That's pretty expensive.
A 30-pack. Yeah, that's
how much is a 30-pack here? I don't
probably like you could get one for like $24.99, I'd say. $26.99 maybe for something like Bud Litro.
30-pack. 30-pack Coors Light at Target. At the Target,
probably more expensive than your average.
$26.99.
Yeah,
30-pack Coors.
God damn, I'm an alcoholic. I had that fucking like exact. Put me on what's the price game? What's the price show?
Price is Right.
Yeah, put me on Price is Right, Alcoholics Anonymous version. Like,
haha, we're cheaper alcoholics than you, Byron. Haha.
But I think they might make it stronger in Australia.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's like IPA. I think that's the standard for them, right?
Foster's.
No,
Australian for queer. Yeah.
For what?
Queer beer. I said beer.
Did you say queer beer?
No.
I was like,
it sounded because I was trying to do an Australian.
Well, no, because I thought that was the Australian like you know how certain words mean certain things, and I thought that was like weird, like it's like, hey, strong beer, it's a queer beer. I was like, oh
no, it's a tick I have. Sometimes when I try to say beef, I say queef. It just
Yeah, well, I know that Australia does like darker beers, so
yeah, well, that's I want to say that your all's beer is stronger for sure. I think it might be in Canada too. Byron Hansen says not real life is rugby in Australia. They're playing in Versailles in March. Oh, now, very nice, very nice. I've never seen rugby. I would play it though because I like to be really close to sweaty men's bungholes. Vegas. I just thought Voss was like someplace in Australia. I didn't know. Hey Lee, that's not necessary, my friend, but we do appreciate you so very much. That's a very kind super chat. Why am I talking like this all of a sudden? Fuck, I've had too much coffee to drink. God damn it, I'm gonna get me a wiener.
It's that goddamn Sinner show we watched, that trailer. It just sticks in your brain.
That's true. Once those Watts show up and ruin that party.
Goddamn Watts.
Goddamn devil loving Watts. He says, and Loomis. Lee says, and Loomis, I did see you at my club. You were on stage dancing in your tidy whities, and Chalice was wearing a man thong, and Michael was wearing nothing at all. Loomis, was he wearing his mask? He had to be wearing his mask, or else you wouldn't be able to recognize him. And Loomis, are you turning a new leaf, or was the Asian tea working at its best? Please explain.
First off, Lee, I think that you need to lay off the cocaine, and the goddamn alcohol yourself, because I was never there in my tiny whities. I wear boxer briefs, so it wasn't me at all. I don't know what you're imagining. You wanted me to be there in my tiny whities dancing, jingling my wiener around in your face. It wasn't me, Lee. And no, I'm not turning over a new leaf. I only drink the finest Asian tea, not some cheap-ass shit that you get at Speedway. All right? I make my Asian tea. So you shut your goddamn mouth spreading the rumors and misinformation. What do you fake news? CNN?
We come in it. That's how it gets the suds.
Only that's going to come for you as a lawsuit. Shut your goddamn hole up.
I put my penis in it, but the doctor says I have a venereal disease. So,
by the way, Lee, I wonder how many
I'm the doctor.
Like, Lee the Machine Bowers, like talk about strip clubs all the time. I wonder if he's actually a strip club manager.
Dude, that would be so cool, Lee. Can you quit whatever you do for a living? Can you quit your job and become that just so it could live up to our expectations?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Like
Thank you, Lee.
A lot. Appreciate you, buddy. Papa Head is Daddy, Mommy. That fucking hurts every time.
Yeah. Oh. I hope your room's clean, you little fuck.
Gary says, how about we take the witch and werewolf and create the dyslexic cinematic universe? All they need to do is make a vampire.
Vampire at the werewolf.
What about Frankenstein?
You know, go get the knight from the house and get the werewolf out. We have to get the vampire to help us.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, Frankenstein and Dumami.
Yeah, you know what? Again,
Oh.
I love the werewolf movies, but I'm seriously like, if the whole movie is them talking like that, I'm gonna get very annoyed very quickly. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I kind of want to see it now. That if they talk like that the entire time, like some uppity, snobby, like
Yeah,
Frenchman. I don't know what accent that even is. It's got like
no, it's
Switzerland.
like no, it's like 13th century English.
No, I know what he was doing. I was talking about whatever the fuck I was just
I
doing.
don't know. I go into like some kind of an Italiano when I talk like that too long.
JT Owsley, here we go. The next chapter in the mom installment. I'm thinking of moving away from the mom and the 60-year-old boss talk and focusing strictly on my smoking hot grandma. She has only so many years left. Thoughts? I think you got to complete one story before you start the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You got to dick down your mom first to make sure that she's satisfied. Then you can move on to granny panties.
Don't
That's
forget
what I
about
think.
is he gonna go for the boss though and get the promotion and maybe not create incest children?
Yeah, JT,
That's another one.
we need a conclusion to the prequel before we get to the sequels. What are you,
Yeah.
fucking Disney Marvel over here? What are you doing?
Byron Ant says, "What the fuck, y'all have beer at Target? That mad? Aussie
mad.
Land. Oh yeah, that Aussie Land is a ripoff nowadays, and the standard alcohol percent is 4.5. The highest percent is minus 9.17. Is 8%. I'm having a stroke live on air. There's nowhere else where you can get this kind of content. I'm dying in front of your eyes.
Yeah, we got some beer at Target. We can get beer at the gas station. We can get beer at the Walmart. It's everywhere for us. But yeah, I don't know about your
Not a lot
alcohol.
of gays though.
Not a lot of gays around there. Not at the Walmart. You got to be careful with that. No, 4.5% is the standard for yours. I don't know what Coors Light, Michelob Ultra. I can't remember the actual percentage for them. I think it's around the same.
Oh, it's like 4.2.
Yeah.
So I guess it is the same. Yeah, y'all are getting ripped off, man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. You got to step up your alcohol game.
Yeah, you really gotta fix that shit. We need to go to Congress, and we think things are bad here in America. Captain America thinks that things aren't so great in America. Well, fuck you, buddy. Look at what's going on in Australia. You think egg prices are important?
They can't even get cheap beer, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, there's a beer shortage, you cunts. Kyle says, pass the rice. Pass the rice. Okay, let us get into each other.
Mm-hmm.
If you just kindly bend over and spread your cheeks.
A different
I'm
kind
hungry.
of show. Dude, oh my god, dude, that literally just reminded me of something. Dude, I was watching a video on Twitter. Like, I follow all these weird, like, it's like not all fights, they're just like weird videos too. It was like internet clips of the day, dude. It was the commentary of this kid, and he was watching, and he was filming this girl, dude, was like straight up, like full on 5-horse bill, eating this big black dude's ass, like eating it. Like he had his pants down and he was bent over, and she literally had his cheeks like that and was eating his asshole. And like in the middle of the day, in the middle of awesome. in public, and this kid was filming it. And he was like, "What the fuck is she doing, bro?" He's like,
"Were they homeless?"
I don't know. But he was like, "Oh, what the?" He's like, she's eating his butt, dude. She's eating his butt. And he's like, "I thought it was the other way around." Dude, he was full on broad daylight. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, and it was crazy. Like she was going too.
Where was this? Where'd this happen at? And where can I find it?
I don't know where. The kid sounded like it was an American. It sounded like he was an American accent. So I don't know. No. It probably like fucking.
Oh, I meant like what street corner?
Oh, he's like, let me write that down. The 4th and 5th of Chocolate Factory Street. I don't know.
Oh, it's next to the Hershey factory.
That's where it was. Yeah,
that's where I'm going. Byron says, "How much is the cheapest gun you can buy?" Whoa, hey, I don't know.
You know what I like to do? I like to get lit and get my guns. Woo! I don't know.
It's America, so basically, you know how some stores have like candy for kids? That's just there's like a bowl of guns. Yep. When you leave the grocery store, you just reach in. You grab it, but it's an honor system, so you only grab one gun, and that's how it works here. No, okay. So top 10 movies of 2000.
In the year 2000,
we'll make it up to you in the year 2010. Okay. I really trailed off there at the end. Not really impressed with my performance. I'd like to apologize. Jay, what's your number 10 movie of the year 2000?
Well, I saw this last, and then I'm like, I'm too lazy to go back and reshuffle my whole goddamn list. So it's gonna stay there. I'm sorry, Jennifer Lopez. It's gonna be The Cell. Even though I love that movie, dude. The Cell is such a badass movie. I like, and I remember when it came out, it's like I feel like nobody cared about it or liked it, or just like it kind of went under the radar when it was released. But I remember as a kid watching it, and I loved it, dude. I thought it was really creepy and weird, and I like the cerebral like type of horror they were doing with it. It was pretty. It kind of reminded me of something like a weird Nightmare on Elm Street-ish Hellraiser vibe to it. I don't know. It kind of made you feel weird, but it was like a good. I don't know. It was a good story. And the idea is that Jennifer Lopez plays a psychiatrist or psychologist that's going to get inside the mind of a serial killer that's comatose, and she goes inside of his fantasies, basically what a serial killer would be like. And I thought it was done extremely well as a cerebral horror movie. I think it was like one of the best that I'd seen in a long time. And then they came out with The Cell 2, and they just took a dump on it from what happened in the first one. But yeah, dude, it was great.
Was she in The Cell 2, or is that a whole new cast?
The whole new, brand new. Jennifer Lopez was too busy ripping off Ben Affleck at that time.
Dude, I still haven't finished that movie. I watched
so
like
good.
20 minutes of it once, and I was like, this is stupid.
I think the bad guy, and it's Vincent D'Onofrio. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right. Isn't Vince Vaughn also in that movie?
I think it's been a minute, but I think he's in it. Maybe I don't know, but I know that
I'm confused.
Lopez was great, and so was D'Onofrio. He was awesome. But yeah, it's a really good movie. It's an amazing movie.
Where the fuck do we get ice cream? That's right, Kyle.
At the Dairy Queen.
Hey, Braden says, first time super chat, y'all, and I don't know if I'm feeling up to it. Maybe I'll choke my chicken birds all over them, snorkel all over them flapjacks.
Just keep on running your mouth. Keep on running your mouth.
I appreciate you, Braden.
You heard me.
My number 10 is gonna be I mean, who the fuck buys a goddamn rat? It's a goddamn rat, man. My number 10 is gonna be, and this is tough, dude, because I left off something that's gonna make everybody mad, but I could not have this on the list. It's one of my favorite movies, The Family Man.
That's a great movie.
Nicolas Cage, dude. Probably my favorite Christmas movie. It gets forgotten when people talk about Christmas movies, this and Jingle All the Way. But Nicolas Cage, it's basically, for those of you who don't know, it's the Ghost of Christmas Past, but it's got a new spin on it. But it's Nicolas Cage, Jeremy Piven, and it's fucking awesome because you see over the top Nicolas Cage as this super rich guy walking around, dun, 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 singing the songs and shit when he's changing, and he's got a hooker in his bed. But then he becomes a family man. He wakes up and he's married to Tia Leone, which, by the way, that was kind of bullshit, right? Like, if they wanted to fuck with him, they needed to have him wake up in a trailer next to some big old lady with like Triscuit cracker crumbs in her beard.
Yeah, like fucking Honey Boo Boo. You wake up and
yeah, like to wake up next to Tia Leone and you're like, oh my God, my average life. Oh no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he has to live a suburban life as a tire salesman. And it's just a fucking awesome movie, dude. One of his most underrated performances. For sure.
Yeah, it was really, really good. And then I always like that. We always quote that part where he's at the mall and he's trying to buy that coat, and she's like, this is $400. He's like, I'm buying it. No.
He's like, you got that what do you call them? Oh my God, the things they serve at fairs.
Elephant ears.
No, the
funnel cake.
Funnel cake. Yeah, he's like, well, you got that funnel cake. It's like a $3,000 suit.
It was the most real, like how it is, like when you're trying to go to the mall with your wife or whatever, and you're like trying to, like, you want to buy that new PlayStation, and she's like, no, we got bills to pay. It's like, I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
Yeah. This suit makes me feel like a better person.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Your number 9.
Number 9 is going to be it's going to be a little bit of frequency. Okay, we got some bad frequency. I love this movie, dude. So this is a movie, a father-son movie, separated by, I think they're like 30 years. It's a time travel movie, essentially. I thought it was great. But it was actually a lot more emotional when I remember watching it, because, you know, your dad and all that stuff. But it's such a great movie, dude. I love time travel movies, and like, it's not like, I personally thought it was an awesome movie, but I could see where people would have problems with it. Maybe it not exactly like paces itself really well, but Jim Caviezel was great in it. Dennis Quaid was awesome, and the basic idea is that through like I think some kind of electrical storm is happening in the atmosphere. Jim Caviezel, which is the son of Dennis Quaid in the future, is able to talk to his dad through a CB radio, and they're trying to solve a murder that happened 30 years ago. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. Katie loves that movie.
Yeah, that movie's so good.
Better keep Jim Caviezel away from my wife. No, I think it's more Dennis Quaid. Still hot. Dennis Quaid still. I would still fuck Dennis Quaid. What?
Dennis Quaid always reminded me of like Han Solo. Like he could have played Han Solo.
Yeah, that's true. I could see that. He could have played Brett Favre too. Like, because I was thinking about him in Any Given Sunday because he was basically playing Brett Favre in that movie. But now no one's going to make a movie about Brett Favre unless it's like, you know,
How to Scam Your Audience 101.
But yeah, no, that's a great movie. It was on my honorable mentions. So show my number 9 is going to be a little bit of Road Trip. There's so many good comedies in 2000, by the way, at least so many more than there are like these days. It's hard to find any good comedies these days, but love Road Trip, love Tom Green. Oh, by the way, cannot wait. There's a documentary about Tom Green's life on Amazon that's supposed to be like really well done and like in detail. Totally gonna watch that. If you guys remember this last Patreon stream, we went through and watched a bunch of old Tom Green videos and laughed our sick fucking asses off. But no, dude, Road Trip. I mean, how did you make a copy? Because if you made a copy, we could watch the copy.
It's so weird, dude. We went to school with a guy that kind of reminds me of him.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And when he's got the snake, he's like, Mitch, can I feed the snake? And when he's feeding the snake, he's like, he's screaming at the snake and holding the mouse up to it. And he's like licking the mouse. And then the girl comes in. He goes, "Have you come for the feeding?"
That's a Robert Eggers line from one of his movies. Have you come for the feeding and werewolf?
That's what it was, Doom Turkey. Yeah. Unleash the fury, Mitch! Unleash the fury!
DJ Qualls was in that too, and he like had sex with that girl. He's like, "You kill a fucking cheetah?" He held up her panties.
I forgot that shit, dude. So it's a classic movie, dude. And
so
them on the bus rocking out to like they're definitely trying to recreate the Wayne's World thing with Bohemian Rhapsody, but when they were rocking out to Twisted Sister, that was fucking great too.
Yeah, it was a great. You don't make them like that anymore. They won't. That's another. We always talk about movies that couldn't get made. That's another one. Today, no way.
100%. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Just bing. I love Tom Green, dude. What's your number 8?
I forgot this came out in 2000, and honestly, again, just laziness. I was going to switch it up, and I was like, I'm not going to shuffle my list. You go with what you got. All right, it's the name of the game. We're not using Game Genie here. Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr. and
I didn't even see that one in there.
Yeah, Men of Honor, because it was so fucking low on the list. I can't believe it wasn't like mentioned in the top 20 on the IMDb, but it was really far down the list. But Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro, it's an amazing movie. It's based on a true story, apparently, about the first black diver in the Navy. I think that's what it was.
There's no reason to be racist, Jay. We're live.
Well, that's the color of his skin. It's not being racist. He's pointing it out. I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with it.
I hope someone was walking by in your hallway and heard that. That's just the color of his skin. There's nothing racist about me pointing it out.
This guy on the internet webs are telling me things that's not true. But no, I love the story. I love the development of the character of Robert De Niro. I love that after, I think he still remains pretty racist, but not as racist. So it's like there is some development a little bit. But at the end, when in the courtroom scene, I think it's one of the best courtroom scenes I've ever seen when he has to stand up and walk. I'm not going to say the exact line that Robert De Niro, because that is a racial term that he said that to motivate him. But it was they did it very well, how they did it. Because he basically he's like, you got to dig down deep, Cuba. I know you're going to go into jail later on in your life, but you got to dig down deep, Cuba. Did he go to jail?
The one where he was a mentally ill person with a radio? No,
that was just where he was. No, he went full retard. You know, you go full retard. Coach Jones. Yeah, I got a letter. That's radio. That's a great movie too. But yeah, Men of Honor, dude. What an amazing movie.
Yeah, a lot of people love that movie. It's another one I could never make it through. Like, there's just something about it that just bored me to tears. You know, a movie just like that is Annapolis.
That's a great. That's a great one too.
Yeah, that's an underrated movie. I hate Tyrese, but he's the bad guy in the movie, so it makes it easier. My number 8 is going to be The Skulls. Live by the skull, die by the skull.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
I love this movie, dude. Pacey's in it. Paul Walker, that girl's, he's watching the race and he sits on the hood of his car and she's like, "Jim, I can't see." He's like, "Imagine it." Fucking dick.
Oh my god.
But Yeah, I love Paul Walker in that movie, dude. Love Pacey in that movie. I don't know the guy's actual name. I keep forgetting it. Josh, what the fuck's his name? What's Pacey's name? I don't know.
Joshua Jackson.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson, dude. That I love that movie so much. I mean, is it dumb as shit in some parts? Yeah, but dude, that was actually based off like real shit. Like they used to have those secret societies back at Harvard and shit back then. Coach was in it. Coach was the evil dad, and the movie ends with a fucking duel. Like it's John Wick 4 or some shit. It's crazy. Perfect 90s type of shit. I know it's 2000, but if you were a fan of Scream, it kind of has those tinges of Scream and whatnot through it. So I love that stuff. And it's shot like it thinks it's the fucking Social Network. Like it's so serious but so dumb and fun at the same time. There's no other movie that's quite just like The Skulls to me. I've never seen any of the sequels either.
No, I don't think I think I remember watching it and not liking. I was like, you guys just look like a bunch of closeted gay people that are in your little secret society that doesn't know how to deal with your feelings.
You don't like movies about gays? What are you trying to say?
No, I do. I like it. I like it. I love the gays. I love the gays, but it's like, just be who you are. Embrace it. Stop hiding it. But no, I don't know what it was. I think I just got bored of it or something. It kind of felt like, I know it wasn't about witchcraft, but it kind of felt like a male version of The Craft. I don't know what it was.
That's fair. That Doom Turkey's right. I forgot about that. Creed's in the soundtrack too, because they literally bring out all these fucking hookers for these colleges. These hookers, and when the hookers walk in, it's like with arms wide open. I don't think that's the song. I think it's another one, but
with legs wide open.
Yeah, it's the most like it's like, look at this wonderful life, like fast cars, loose women, and then Creed's playing. Yeah. It's like you can't replicate that.
God, I can smell the tuna on the air. What? Another number 7 for me, and I'll do this one, and then I got to go pee in the toilet real quick. The Titans that we remember the Titans.
Left side.
Yeah, and I know, Mike, it has more black people in it. It's crazy.
Now you're just sucking up.
No, but it's a great movie though. I did enjoy this movie quite a bit. Obviously it's one of the best football movies to ever come out, period. Point blank, period. And Denzel was great in it. I guess this was based on a true story as well. And I don't really need to explain it. I think everybody here has seen Remember the Titans, so it's not much to say more than it's a great movie. And that's when Disney was actually still making quality fucking content.
That shit shocked me in the theater, dude. When that coach had a banana sent over, I was like, oh yeah. Motherfucker, Denzel's gonna whoop that ass on Friday
Somebody's
night.
Gonna be in troubles.
They even did the thing that they did in Halloween 4 in that movie with the brick through the window, and I think it said one kind of language on it too. I remember that.
I can't the coach that he replaced. I know he's been in like Gone in 60 Seconds and stuff like that, but I only remember him from like Armageddon. When he was like, you don't have to tell him who it's from. But I'm
Will Patton, man.
Will Patton, yeah.
Hawkins.
I know he was in Halloween, but I can't. For some reason, Will Patton, he just sticks out in my head as Armageddon for whatever reason.
He was also in Mothman Prophecies for like 2 minutes.
He was great. I mean, he's great in everything. He just, I don't know, but yeah, it's an amazing movie.
And he was gay as fuck in The Punisher. Remember, Punisher took pictures of him making out with dudes.
He was super gay. He was super gay. Like, especially after he threw that dude again. Like, it looked like a fucking Matchbox 20 music video. They were both wearing like leather jackets in an alleyway, and he like slapped him in the face and threw him against the wall. And they started making out with him. I was like, okay,
it really did, dude. That's the perfect.
Thomas J was like this. Even Thomas J was like, damn, for real? Like, I didn't. He's like, I didn't know that.
Damn, Jake, I didn't know you like to get wet.
Yeah, he's like, have you ever had your shit pushed in?
I got stupid. Hey.
But all right, I gotta go pee real quick.
All right, enjoy your pee times.
Yes.
I forgot I gotta turn you off. Turn you on, you motherfucker. That's my Ken Kniff. You remember Ken Kniff on the Intimates? He's like, give this guy a piece of my ass, yeah. Or it's like, gotta give this motherfucker a piece of my mind, piece of my ass, yeah. I hope someone just turned on and has no idea what I'm talking about. He's like, you remember this? Eminem answers the phone. He's like, yo, who this? And he's like, is this Eminem? He's like, is this Eminem? It's like, yeah, who this? He's like, you want to melt in your mouth and not in your ass, you little cock boy. I don't know why that entire thing just popped in my fucking head. Oh God, good times. Ken Kniff from Connecticut, automated piece of shit. Yeah, Remember the Titans. Such a good movie, dude. Saw it with my parents in the theater. Made me tear up a little bit, even as a kid. And a middle schooler, I think, and we all know middle schoolers are the most narcissistic, feeling-free fucks in the world. So if it made you cry in middle school, you know that shit's emotional. Um, and that's a great movie. And Ryan Gosling, terrible fucking cornerback, terrible cornerback. My dog will not stop snoring really loudly behind me, but love that movie, Sunshine. Yeah, Stacy, you fucking dick. That's just funny. That's a good one. Oh, me. Yeah, Varsity Blues, that fucking rock. That was a great movie. Hey there, cock boy. Eminem's still trying to be cool in the phone call. It's like, yo, shut up, you little bitch. I swear to God, like this is verbatim. I'm remembering this exactly how it goes down for some reason. When the operator comes on the phone, he's still like, oh yeah, can you give me whatever the fucking area code was? Oh man, Ken fucking Kniff from Connecticut. Dude, do you remember that? Oh shit, do you remember that? By the way, oh you're muted. I can't unmute you. You're disconnected. Yep, still not connected. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
I told you that mic that thing's loose on that bitch.
That's what she said. No, I thought I think I hit the mute button on my side. On my side, I think I did.
Oh, do you remember the Ken Kniff skits from the Eminem CDs?
No, I just remember him the lawyer thing, where his lawyer would
Paul?
call him. Yeah, Paul Allen.
Those shits were so funny, dude. Oh yeah, Ken.
Oh, those. Yeah, I remember those. I was like, what the fuck is that?
When you melt in your ass, not in your mouth.
Yeah, talk about an awkward moment when you have that blasting on your stereo and your mom walks in. It's like, Mom, it's not what you think.
That happened to the best of us too. My number 7 is going to be Castaway. Love this movie, dude. This movie's infinitely watchable. I love movies that just take place on an island or in like any setting like that, like tropical. It just makes you feel better, especially during the winter months. But it's also got one of the scariest scenes I've ever seen in my life, dude. When that plane crashes over the vast ocean at night during a thunderstorm, absolutely, I would kill myself. I would start chugging the fucking salt water as fast as I could just to be out of that scary scenario. Imagine being in a big black ocean in the middle of the night, and it's thunderstorming around, and a plane crash. There's like all my fears rolled up into one scene. It's horrifying. But no, that movie's funny. It breaks your heart. I will take umbrage with the fucking ending though. God damn, Hella. Can you
well, was it because she moves on.
Yeah, he gets back after all that, and Helen Hunt's the only thing that kept him going, and it's not even that hot. And she also banged Mel Gibson and Bill Paxton while he was gone.
Jesus, Joe, is that what you think it did? She was out there chasing tornadoes while he was out there surviving on an island. Well, yeah, I think he was gone for like 5 years though, or 6 years, and then he had been declared dead. So I guess, I understand either way, but it did suck.
Some ass.
I wouldn't know what to do either. I was like, I'm just a suburban pampered asshole kid. I can't survive on my own. I always thought the weird thing was one of the most terrifying things is when he had that tooth infection and he had to get that he had to get that skate thing and pull it out. Fucking shit.
Yes, they sounded very painful. I got scared as fuck last night, by the way, at volleyball. Yeah. I felt like pain in my tooth. And I reached back in. I think a lot of people can sympathize with this. I reached in my mouth and grabbed it, and dude, I pulled it out, and it was like crushed up tooth, like 3 pieces of crushed up tooth that just crumbled apart in my mouth. And then I realized it was just chunky sand.
Oh, I was gonna say, if your teeth are literally disintegrating, I was like, you got to get to the dentist, dude.
I'm fine. This is fine.
My teeth are disintegrating like the mummy. What the hell is going on?
It was just sand on where I ate shit like 2 places before that got crumpled up back there, but it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Love Castaway though.
Great movie. Good times.
Hella. Wake up, baby. Wake up.
Also, Tom Hanks did an amazing job, dude. The fact that he gained all that weight and then he had to lose it. I think he talked about how that fucked with him, like how hard that was. because he got like, he was really bloated at the beginning, and then he lost like 50 pounds. Insane.
Yeah, dude. Those I can't lose weight in real life. I can't imagine doing it for a job.
I guess we had to just go living on a fucking island and not eat anything except for like dirt.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a method actor. It's like, oh, really? So you're gonna starve yourself? You're like, no,
I'm not doing that, idiot.
I'm not crazy.
Number 6 is going to be scary movie. Movies that are scary, but scary movie. Is that your number 6 too?
Yeah, actually it is. I didn't realize
then we can talk about it together. Go
Yay!
ahead, pull it. Yeah,
best friends.
What's this? You know what? Yeah, here's the thing. I love scary movie. I think scary movie is great. I think it set the tone for a lot of the parody movies that came out after it, for sure. Like everything tried to emulate scary movie and the success that it had. He goes, no, you suck my dick, but you told me you loved it. But I personally thought Scary Movie 2 was better. I just feel like it was a lot more refined, and they understood what they were doing, so it was a lot better. But Scary Movie still itself, as the original that started it all in that particular instance. I know there's been parody movies before. Like I'm gonna get you sucker that came out in the late 80s, all that stuff. I understand. And Don't Be a Menace, I think, came out around that time. But as Scary Movie, the fact that it was able to perfectly capture what we love about horror movies and then turn it on its head and make it funny I thought it was great. I thought that was an amazing thing that they did. And it's not our inspiration, but that's like how we watch that and love the fact that they were making fun of all these horror movies. When we do sketches and stuff, that's kind of like in the back of your head. Like you're trying to make like something like that's goofy and it's funny as fuck out of like something that's horrific that most people were scared of.
I agree on all counts. Even on Scary Movie 2, I think is better as well. I think, but yeah, dude, I'm so excited for Scary Movie 6. I can't wait. I thought that this would be higher on my list as well, but dude, they don't make movies like they used to. Not only the 90s, but these early couple years of the 2000s have some fucking beanbags. I don't know what that means.
They shoot out. Really, they're non-lethal, but they hurt.
That's exactly what I was trying to get across.
Yes, that's
exactly
it.
correct there. Number 5 for me is going to be another comedy, because again, they made comedies back then. It was a wonderful time to be alive. It's going to be The Replacements.
That's a good one.
Yeah, something that can easily make its way to the top of my list when we do these is movies that are infinitely rewatchable. And there may be no movie more rewatchable than The Replacements with Keanu Reeves. And dude, great cast. The whole cast. Reese Ifans, was it Reese Ifans? I think it was the kicker who like smoked cigarettes all the time. Yeah. That fucking guy. And then Iron Man director Happy is in the movie.
Favreau. John Favreau.
Yeah, John Favreau. Fucking Gene Hackman's in this movie, but it has it all, dude. It's funny. It has some raunchy humor, but not too much. But Shane Falco, quicksand. It's my worst fears. Quicksand. Fucking cool ass character, man. Dude just hangs out and cleans boats all day long. Ends up being able to play NFL quarterback after he fucked up in the Sugar Bowl. But I love this movie, dude. I can watch it any day of the week, and it's like it's got some emotion in there too. Like you fucking pumped for these dudes, like you're pulling for them. Yeah, the bad guys are such as it's kind of, you know what it is, dude. It's the football. I never thought about this. It's the football equivalent to Major League, I think. I can see that. It's kind of like unnecessary roughness with a little bit more stank on it. Yeah, a little bit more pushing the envelope. But yeah, I thought it was great too. It's weird. For whatever reason, I guess because there were so many great movies that came out in 2000, it always gets lost in the shuffle, and I can barely remember it. I know I loved it, but I don't know. I can barely remember, the entire plot. But I know I liked it. It was a good movie. It was a great movie. But price check on Vagisil.
Oh yeah.
What's that from? Oh, Me, Myself, and Irene. Also
that's another good one.
Got a little cheese on the taco.
So
thank you. I forgot about that. Oh shit. Okay.
My number 5 will be X-Men. X-Men is my number 5. I remember liking it, and Big Oily Men was the inside of me, was one of the better ones that came out after the X-Men. And ooh yeah, that's what I said after I saw it. I was like, ooh yeah, Big Oily Men inside me. The sequel called X-Men to Big Oily Men Inside Me. A lot of people don't know that. No, but X-Men. I know that everyone talks, without a doubt, Blade is the one. People always bring up like Spider-Man, or they'll say like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and say, well, but without Spider-Man, the Marvel Cinematic Universe wouldn't exist, or the comic movies that we have today wouldn't exist. That is true to some extent, but I think that you got to give it to X-Men as far as like the ensemble type team team ups that we have now and what we enjoy. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But as a kid growing up and reading X-Men comics at that time, collecting them, I thought it was perfectly cast. They had all the right characters on screen. And the worst thing about it was, and even today when I watch him, like, God, you had James Marsden playing Cyclops. He was the perfect Cyclops because he was always my favorite X-Men. And you fucked that up. And I understand Hugh Jackman as Logan was the superior choice because everyone loves Wolverine. But still, dude, it was such a great movie. I loved it. I wasn't also a fan of Anna Paquin as Rogue. I feel like they should have made Rogue a little bit older.
I love Anna Paquin, but that's terrible casting. Yeah, it did make my top 10, but like it was up there. Like it's in my honorable mentions. X2 would have definitely made my top 10.
X2 is great too. Yeah.
What I love about X-Men, dude, is the introduction to Wolverine, even though it's so weird. Like he hasn't quite figured out how to play him yet exactly.
Yeah.
And you could tell. But like the octagon scene when he's fighting, and then when they actually recreated in part the snow scene from the animated series between him and Sabretooth fighting in the snow.
Yeah, that was another underutilized Sabretooth, underutilized.
Yeah,
he was just a henchman.
But and it wasn't the greatest scene or anything. They didn't let the fight go on long enough. Sabretooth looked corny as shit when he's like flying through his stupid coat.
He's like, scream for me. Oh my God.
Oh, it's getting
Oh yeah, but dude, you got Halle Berry as Storm. Woo wee. Now that's some sexiness right there, y'all.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great movie, dude. And again, like you said, it was one of the introductory films.
I would
to everything.
If you had to say what kick, like in my personal opinion, I feel like Blade in '98 never gets the credit that it deserves ever. When people talk about setting the tone, I feel like Blade was one of the first movies besides like Batman '89 that took that shit seriously. And they're like, no, we're gonna make a badass comic book movie.
Yeah, I just don't like how the main character is black. Stacey James said, "Give me the."
Jesus Christ!
I swear to God, one of these days we're gonna get in trouble. Like, it's a joke.
I know, dude. Dude, it reminded me of this scene where this girl sat down on a live stream and she had her cleavage was out, and this dude, they were playing like NBA 2K, and somebody on the other end was like, "God damn, bro." He's like, I'd love to bust a nut all over those flappy tits.
Dude, I saw it, and he fucked up too because she was kind of into it.
And she was like, "Oh, what? Bust what? On what?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I thought I was muted."
I'll do that video. Like, dude, she was so into it too. Like, I think he could have followed if he just owned it. Be like, you know what? Yeah, I want to jerk off all over.
I was like, you knew what you were doing. You sat down. You literally sat down and squished it up on the camera so they could see. It's not. Come on, guys. Yeah, but give me that thick Rogue for show. That is true, dude. That's another thing. Anna Paquin, she's a good actress, like Mike said. But as far as like Rogue, I was expecting like that thickness.
I love it when members try to do the emojis, but it doesn't come out right. Because then it just turns out like Kyle, he just put bust.
Bust.
It's supposed to be like one of the images from the membership, but that shit's funny. Okay, number 4 for me. Unbreakable is gonna be my number 4. Man, gets better every time you fucking watch it. I swear to God, it does, dude. The best of the M. Night Shyamalan trilogy, in my opinion, easily, and of this specific one, dude. But such a slow play, like one of the best superhero origin stories of all time, and one of the best villain origin stories of all time, come together. And oh man, did they do the dance? The fucking do the weightlifting scene. Like when they keep putting shit on it, it's so cool. I think about that every time I lift weights. I'm like, let's put some paint cans on here. I love that movie, man.
But I just smacked that kid. That kid pissed me off, dude.
Like, when he pulled the gun out on him?
Yeah, I'm like, fucking. That's it. You're adopted. I don't have any feelings towards you.
Yeah, dude. That would have pissed me off so bad. He at least should have smacked him upside the head one time. I was like, don't you ever fucking do that again, Haley Joel.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just his face. He's like, yeah, if you shoot me, I'll survive it, but I'll be very, very mad at you. And I'm going to beat the fuck out of you, too. I didn't forget to add that.
Yeah, that's a great movie, dude.
Yeah, I always liked Unbreakable is definitely like up there, but I always put Split just because of McAvoy and his acting ability. I like that better, but Unbreakable is insanely good.
God damn, Blu-ray addict has never seen any of these fucking movies. You call yourself an addict? You're not even like a wiener.
Do you even watch movies, bro?
That was a terrible joke I just made. I'd like to apologize for it, but I make a lot of them, so I won't. What's your number 4?
Me too. My number 4 is going to be Playboys, Playmates Busted Out.
Oh, dude,
I
I
think it
saw
was.
that on there.
I know. Dude, I was literally. I had to remember. It was number 17 on the IMDb list. Because
Yeah.
got a lot of perverts out there, but
Yeah,
I'm
like if
sure
you
it was a
look
good
at the
movie.
year 2000, one of the top rated movies is a Playmates movie. I was like, fuck, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, the cover looks great.
Whoops.
It really sucked me in. Number 4 is Final Destination. Final
Yes.
Destination. It's a little high on the list. I think a lot of people are surprised because over these other movies that I have, but Final Destination, I think it was so good and so unique as far as a horror movie goes when it came out. The idea that they took the character of death itself and made it like a movie, like something that's very like ominous in and around the movie, and you know that death's out there, like fucking, I'm trying to kill these cocksuckers, and they always fucking my plans up, and that's it. I got it now. I'm gonna choke that bitch out in the bathroom with the fucking little like a silly string, and everybody's gonna think he was whacking his pud. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I thought the idea, and then obviously Tony Todd, who I always assumed that Tony Todd was the
How does
Avatar.
death sound like Andy Milonakis waiting?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, you know, I give you the dumbass, stupid, retarded, fat bomb shit props.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to do when I grow up. Join the army. God damn. No, I feel like Tony Todd was always the Avatar of death, which I don't know if they were going for that or not, but he was awesome in it. He wasn't in it a lot in the first movie, but also Devon Sawa was great. And you got to be like, this movie came out at a time where you never really had seen anything like that. The deaths were creative, they were interesting, and then and it had like it had like this paranoia feel throughout the entire movie because you really didn't know who was safe. I think they did a great job doing that. And you also had Stifler there before he was Stifler.
Yeah, no, dude, it's such a great idea for the movie, and people are gonna be so mad at me because it didn't make my top 10. I know. That doesn't mean I don't love it. It was number 11. I mean, it was fucking number 11. But I adore this movie too, dude.
Well, let me clarify. I think American Pie had come out in 99, so he had been Stifler already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all that shit runs together. My number 3 is gonna be. It hurts to even put this one low, but it's gonna be Gladiator. Maximus Aurelius Repicus 7. I don't know. The dude from the opening scene. Like, I don't know what it was about the time in our lives when this movie came out, but this movie was a big fucking deal. Like, movies don't ever feel as big as this movie felt at the time. Like, one of the first DVDs I bought, I think it was actually the third DVD I ever purchased, which was a big deal because back then you had to go to like Suncoast and pay like $24 for the fucking things. But dude, just endlessly quotable. One of the greatest fucking movies of all time. The sequel wasn't terrible. It was actually got kind of fun about halfway through. The CGI was fucking dog shit, and a lot of it was silly, dumb shit. But once you got about halfway through, it got real good.
Yeah, Ridley Scott. I feel like Ridley Scott's like amazing at like set pieces, and I feel like at the opening of that movie, I feel like the actors were like, he's just showing off. There's probably you don't need to see all this shit, like all these extras and stuff. But yeah, as far as the movie, it's also you got to give it up for Joaquin, dude. Joaquin Phoenix was so goddamn good in that. Like, he was such a hateable character, and it just goes to show you how great of an actor he is that you literally despise that fucking human being.
Yeah, he's trying to fuck his sister too.
Yeah, He's like, well, it's like, does this take place in Alabama or Rome? What's going on? But it's overall, it's one of the
hide me in your bosom, sister.
I feel like it's. I'm sure he would get mad about this, but I think it's the definitive role that Russell Crowe ever played.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be like, actually, I was in a play on Broadway. I was like, nobody fucking cares about your plays on Broadway.
I was in The Water Diviner or whatever the fuck that stupid shit was.
Yeah,
he was in some bad shit.
Yeah, he wasn't. He's had some stinkers for sure. But yeah, as far as Gladiator goes, I think he did.
Daniel's never seen Gladiator. Oh, what the fuck?
Is it like? Is it it had to have won an Academy Award. Like, I can't remember if it did or not.
Yeah, I think it won Best Picture.
Yeah, there was no way that it wouldn't have done that. But yeah, amazing movie. That's another one rewatchable as fuck.
Actually, when we're done with this list, I'm gonna just to fucking prove to you how full of shit the Oscars are. I'm gonna pull up the Oscars winners list from 2000, and I bet like none of our movies are fucking on it.
Yeah, 100%.
Except
the Gladiator. Yeah. My number 3 is it's kind of the same kind of set piece, or like it's kind of like it doesn't take place in Rome, but it's kind of got the same vibe as The Patriot and Dicks for Me, which is Dicks for Me and Dicks for You. That's what I'm running on. That's my platform. But it's The Patriot.
Yeah,
because you're my child.
That's my number 2, by the way.
Oh, then we can that's fine. Yeah, we can discuss it together. It's Is it Mel Gibson's best movie? Probably not, but it's up there. I think it's in Mel Gibson's top 5. I think as far as the acting ability that he showcases in that movie is insanely good, and the emotions that he's able to convey to the audience is awesome. And I think they do a really good job of retelling what it was probably like just for a regular family to be in the middle of like literally the American Revolution, like just like hanging out on your porch, smoking your pipe and shit. All of a sudden, you see motherfuckers with muskets over there in the field. You're like, holy shit. And you're like, that's fucking scary. If you think of that scene was fucking kind of scary, dude. You imagine you're just sitting there hanging out, you're playing goddamn Parcheesi with the family or whatever. And then all of a sudden, you hear, you hear like, oh, fire, and then you see muskets and shit, and you're like, holy god damn, dude, I'm gonna have to. It's like I voted no. I said I ain't gonna get involved, and now I gotta get involved. I'm fucked. And
dude,
then
how funny would it be if like if they did like a scary movie version of that? Like that's what I would have, dude. Instead of just having the one dude with the one drum, I would have like a rolling cart, and I would actually hire Miles Teller to play like the gigantic drum set, and it'd be like, like throwing down the planes. I don't. Sorry, that popped.
Dude, I would have. That's the job I would have volunteered for in the army. I would have said I'll play the fucking drum, and they're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I just want. I'm gonna be in the far back, and I'll be like, boom." And they're like, oh shit, the war's over. What's going on, guys? I just got here. Everyone's like dead. That's crazy. I was running.
No, dude, you don't want to be the drummer because like when you leave, everyone's gonna notice that you're gone. There's like, why'd the drum stop playing? Oh fuck, he's gone.
I'd be in a quartet. I'd be like with a bunch of other drummers. Like you're not gonna miss one drum.
You come from the future, so you just like you leave a Bluetooth speaker like strapped to another man's back. That like still playing the drum,
that's what I do. I'm just here to watch, guys. Yeah. And then, well, you got and talk about a movie that was loaded with talent. Loaded. You got Heath Ledger. You got Mel Gibson. You got. But you know what? I'm literally putting my foot in my mouth because I can't remember the actor's name. The one that played the bad guy, another great bad guy.
I know it. Jason Isaacs.
Super. That guy is so good in everything he does. I love him as a bad guy. He was great in this. But yeah,
did he die?
Yeah, I was pretty much. I wish at the end he goes, I hope he did. Maybe you teach him something of loyalty. And it's some soldier you are, bested by a bedtime story.
That dude definitely fucked his soldiers. Like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah, well, he didn't. I think he just probably took out a thorn whip and like whipped them, and he got off on that. He's like, I like pain, but yeah. Again, the emotional range that Mel Gibson was able to bring to that, like if anything else, that should show you how much of an act. Like he's such a talented guy. He really is. I know we've been glazing Mel Gibson for 2 days now. Like literally, we're wiping cum off our lips for how much we've glazed him. But at the same time, he's such an incredible talent, dude. And I remember watching that movie and I was like, God damn, dude! Like he made me fucking cry. And I don't even have kids.
Oh yeah, that movie makes me cry too, dude. Tell me of Ohio.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, these colonials are our brethren. And after this war, we will break bread with them again. Dude, I always like that line at the end. He's like, how could it have come to this? Farmers with pitchforks. It's like, yeah, it's such a good movie, dude.
So good, man. And then it's like, I'm not a child, you're my child.
Don't you want to when Mel Gibson was walking up on him, like I felt like I was his son, dude. I was like, I'd have turned around. He's like, don't you walk away from me, boy. I'm like,
like, dude, nobody can cry in the movies like Mel Gibson can cry in the movies. You might hate him, you might think he's a racist, but nobody can cry like Mel Gibson. You see Ransom when he's on that rooftop?
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Fucking kills me, dude. And then but dude, like the way this ends when he marches up with the fucking flag and everything, dude, is one of the greatest movies of all time. And that hatchet scene in the beginning when he just like goes berserker on all of them.
Yeah, dude. For years I've always thought my sins would come back and visit me. And the price is worth more than I could bear. Like, I was like, goddamn Shakespeare over here. It's good, dude.
I like that they were just chill with him, like having slaves. But it's like, no, it's okay. Yeah. He was nice to him, though. Like everybody had him back then. He was nice to him, though. He let him, he treated more like employees or whatever. Which I guess is probably the difference, like back then, right?
Yeah, I think for Mel Gibson's character, he didn't give a shit. He's like, I need bodies, so I don't care what color you are. Fuck it.
Well, yeah, that's it. They seem to be like they were treated nice, which is nice. But it's not like Thomas Jefferson's and they're like fucking all of them. You know, like I don't think you're supposed to do that, Thomas.
I'm gonna have kids, but I'm only gonna free a couple of them. I'm only gonna free a couple of my kids.
It's like crazy times.
But no, I think there was some. Because the black dude in it, the guy from Grounded for Life, was in it. He was the racist at first, and then they became friends at the end.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. That's crazy how you like. I want to do a movie about this character in this time period. It's like, and the historians in the back will.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Oh no, we can't tell this story correct. um,
I imagine like auditioning for a movie and be like, I don't know what part I just read for a part. I hope I get it. And they're like, all right, well, you're gonna play the fat racist.
oh,
And,
sweet. So I don't have to act.
But then again, you have a change of heart at the end. I'm like, okay, so but I play a racist the entire movie, and then I have a change of heart at the end. Like, yeah,
yeah,
like,
this
okay,
movie's totally gonna.
I guess my career's just fucked. So that's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to go method on this one, please. So if you could just like shout at the cast and crew at the cutlery table. What do they call it?
That'll be great.
Well, that's my number 2. So go ahead and give me your number 2.
It's what we talked about it a little bit. Gladiators, my number 2.
Yeah.
I already think we know what's going to be our number 1 at this point.
I think so.
Yeah. I think we're both a little psychotic. I think we're both a little psychotic, and we live in America, so it's only going to be my big dong is only half the size of my father's before me, but ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, I like to dip it. I like to move it in cups of water. And make it wet on wet. Yeah, I think our both number 1's American Psycho. Well, that's mine anyway.
Oh no, I really thought that it was going to be my big dong is only half the size of my father's before me, but ooh-wee, I like to dip it in cups of water and make it wet.
That's on my honorable mention.
Oh, while drinking your juice in the hood?
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking sure. Yeah, dude. my I swear to God, dude, we're stupider when we're sober. My number.
I know it really. I think we go on big time tangents, but it is what it is.
My number 1's American Psycho as well. Let's see Paul Allen's card.
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
we've literally talked about it nonstop about how Christian Bale is one of the best actors in this movie of all time, and that it would be almost impossible to recast this role. Mike's reading the book apparently, so I know it's not exactly faithfully adapted. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they probably let out, either they couldn't get away with, or they just didn't have time to put it in the movie. But as far as a film goes itself, it's top to bottom one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like it's such a it's a perfect movie.
Yeah, and you can't recreate it. It's like you can't. What is it? It says in Terminator. They don't.
You can't reason with it. You can't bargain with it. It doesn't feel pain, and it will absolutely never stop until you are dead.
Yeah, that's this movie. It's meat as shit. It's gross as fuck. Dude, I did. So I'm only like 13 pages into the book. I've been reading it for like 2 weeks. I just read it when I poop.
As most
I've had a lot
do.
of fiber lately. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just flipped forward like to the end of the book, like towards the end of the book, and I found one passage, and this motherfucker was at the gym, and it's like, I'm at the gym, and he's in the locker room. He's like, I stare at my hard, thick abs and look at my muscles. He's like, I go over to my locker where I have 4 vaginas that I cut out of hookers the night before. It's like one of them is shrink wrapped, one of them is doused in like barbecue sauce or some crazy shit like that. Jesus. Like, dude, cut out vaginas and put them in his gym locker at the fucking Family Fitness or whatever the fuck.
You've heard of woodworking. That's called flesh working. I think that's a talent.
Yeah, dude. And everybody, there's the couple differences I've noticed so far. Everybody's constantly returning videotapes. He explains in great detail everything everyone's wearing. He's like, Patton is wearing a Ralph Lauren tie with like whatever the fuck. But if you read the entire thing in his voice, dude, it's one of the greatest, most entertaining. It's like, it really is like having an American Psycho too. But anyways, that's what I'm going to say. This movie being my top 10 of all time. There's zero doubt about it.
Well, yeah, I think it'd have to be. And the fact is, again, I know it's going to make some people mad, and maybe make Christian himself mad. I don't want you screaming at me like you screamed at your mom. I'm kidding. He did, though. But I feel like it's the defining role for Christian Bale. I do. I feel like it's the defining role for Christian Bale. Some would say Batman. I don't believe that at all. I don't think he was a good Batman.
He was kind of Bateman-y as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he was. I
just bought this hotel.
Obviously Christian Bale is an amazing actor, and he's done a lot of movies that are good. But I mean, I don't know how many people have actually seen The Machinist. Probably, I mean, most people probably don't even know what that is. Like, he was in The Machinist before this, I think.
Fucking awesome in that movie.
It's an amazing movie. Yeah, dude, that shit was kind of gross too. But yeah,
God, it's awful.
As far as like, I don't know, he completely was able to manifest this character in a way I don't think anybody else could have done on in an action like this. I just don't.
No, dude,
So
he's absolutely perfect. And again, like I imagine reading that book and not having seen the movie, and it would read, everything would be completely different about it. You know what I mean? Not having Bateman's voice and that whole aura and like all that stuff. It's like I'm on the verge of tears when we get there, and I worry that we haven't gotten a table or whatever it was.
You're a stupid fucking bitch, and I want to stab you in the face. What?
Yeah, it's like an awesome wave of relief washes over me as I realize my apartment's bigger than his.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like, but it perfectly captured that time too, where people were literally just obsessed with the idea of having something better than the other person. You could, but I feel like it's still relevant now. Like those uber rich guys, those guys that have more money than they know what to do with, like, and they just get bored, and all their whole life revolves and cycles around the idea that I have to be better than the guy next to me. I have to have more money than him. I have to have the fancier car or the fancier suit. And they become obsessed with this idea. And like literally he says there's an idea of Patrick Bateman, but that's like, it's all a mask. I don't know. There's so many levels to that movie that make it so good.
I'm simply not there.
Yeah.
So, dude, I gotta love it so much. It's probably, it might be the most quotable movie of all time too. I mean, it definitely be in the top 5 for sure. Feed me a stray cat. So yeah, that's it, dude. Pretty fucking solid. 2000's off to a good start. It's literally this list is just as good as almost any of the 90s lists that we made. I mean,
yeah,
they could compete.
Yeah,
so,
I feel like 2000 to 2010 really was the last good decade for some badass, memorable movies. I'm not saying that we've not had great movies or anything since then, but it just feels like that was the last hurrah. Like 2000s just feels like the 1990s part 2. Like, I don't know.
100%. Dude, when we're done with this, we should get like trading cards made. Like trading cards with like a list on each one. And then you could like look at them and you could compare the years together. Like, I like this one. I like this one.
I like that idea. I'd be into that.
That'd be fun. Maybe we could mail them to Patreons, like a little like card collection. That'd be fucking dope.
That'd be cool.
Can someone just make all that happen for us at the price of nothing?
Yeah, just do That'd
it,
be
please.
Cool.
Yeah, please.
Just do it, please. Yeah, obviously that's the magic word.
So yeah, what do we miss? What I do have a bunch of fucking
mentions of honorables.
Yes, I does. Obviously, Final Destination was the hardest one to leave off that list. Almost Famous was good.
It's a great
I like
one.
that movie. Viva Dog. X-Men, Remember the Titans. Almost all my honorable mentions you mentioned. Gone in 60 Seconds. Almost made the fucking list. Love that movie.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Where's My Car? Oh, can you see this list right now?
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, yeah, you know what's funny, dude? I can see it. I can see where you bolded some of them. You're probably like, those are going to be the ones I might be putting on my list.
Yeah, I'm so embarrassed right now. Like, there's nothing actually embarrassing here, but I didn't know you guys could see me clicking around. I gotta be more careful.
I do it like through a book. Like, dude, look.
Yeah, I got one too.
That's all I do it.
I decided to do it this way this time. So I mean, they're all fucking on there. Dude, Where's My Car? That was hard to leave off the list for sure. He's like, and then he's like, if you say and then one more time. The Whole 9 Yards. I fucking love that movie, dude. Whole 9 Yards. People don't talk about that movie enough. Matthew Perry basically was Chandler in that movie. It was so good. Reindeer Games, fucking underrated as shit. Great Ben Affleck movie. Hellraiser Inferno.
Dude, I honestly saw that and I literally just kicked myself in my nuts. I'm like, I don't know why that wasn't on my list. I didn't see it. Hellraiser Inferno is like I would have totally put that on my top 10 list. To me, Hellraiser Inferno is better. Is the second best Hellraiser in the entire series. There's Hellraiser 1 and then Inferno. I'm not even a fan of 2 or 3 as far as like just fun explosion movies. The third one's fine, and the fourth one. But the second, the Inferno, is actually like what Clive Barker's idea is for Pinhead. It's not really about the monsters. It's about the human that is the monster being punished.
Yeah,
that's what.
All time, it's an awesome movie. It's one of the most underrated slasher sequels of all the big franchises. Nobody talks about it. Frequency on there. Bruiser, another underrated. That's fucking. If you guys watch Bruiser, I guarantee you'll be like, where the fuck was this movie? It's a George Romero film too. It's so good. Me, Myself, and Irene was tough to leave that one off. He's like, dude, she used that when he realized that she used that gigantic dildo on him. He's like, oh, someone had fun last night. She's like, it was for you, and he's like, oh,
yeah,
it's so good. Yeah,
Meet the Parents obviously was great. I just watched that a week ago. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I watched the first half of it with Ellie. Like that's crazy. It
So
was
there was
on.
a little kitten that was trying to get up to the saucer, and I just milked. He goes, "You milked the cat, huh?" Like, yeah.
Dude, Ben Stiller makes that movie work. Like all
Yeah,
those movies.
he's the
It's
only.
just
Yeah,
how awkward he is.
yeah, and you know the girl, dude, I watched that movie and I fucking hate Pam, dude. I really do. I don't like her at all. Like all the shit
No.
he's going through, and the fact that she's like being not understanding of his situation and just being kind of like aloof about the whole thing pissed me the fuck off. I'd be like, "Fuck you, did," because the fact that like one part that pissed me off dude, is when he comes down from in the morning and he comes down to the kitchen and they're all having breakfast and he's like, What the fuck? Why did you wake me up?" He's like, "Somebody saw the hair fairy." He's like, he's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom fairy. And then no one laughed. Or the shower fairy. And I was like, oh my God, dude. Like the cringe level went off the fucking scale. Cause I would do that too. When you're nervous, you just try to do your best.
Yeah.
And then they were all, and then when he was walking away, they were like, "Shower fairy." I'm like, motherfucking bitch. And then she walks out. She's like, "Honey, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "You don't know what's wrong? We were having fucking bacon and eggs, and my hair's all fucked up. I'm in my pajama pants, and everyone's dressed up, and they're making fun of me. And you think that?" And then she's like, "Just go up to Benny's room or whatever her brother's name was." He goes, "You mean to go upstairs to the brother I've never met and ask him for clothes I can borrow?"
Dude, it's such a true movie because it is that awkward. And no offense, ladies, but women are always that rude in those situations. My wife used to do that shit to me all the fucking time. We'd come over to their house and she'd be like, as soon as I walk in the door, uncomfortable as shit, barely knew her dad. Her and Tony would be like, "Hey, Mike, go to the store with Jeff." And I'm like, "I don't want to.
I hate that shit.
I don't want." We go get in this car and we'd sit there. I'd like, dude would not say a fucking word. I'd be like, "So it's raining." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Fuck, this sucks." And they do it to me every time.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. I remember I had to go to the store. We were on vacation, like pretty much similar to the same thing with my ex-father-in-law. And he was one of those guys that I didn't really have much in common with him at all. And he was like a redneck, like a hunter dude. And I was like, "Yeah, would you hunt in these woods?" He's like, "You don't hunt in these woods." And I'm like, "Oh." And he's like, "Yeah, you have to have a license." And I'm like, "I know that." I was like, "I know you have to have a license, obviously." Bomb, 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 bomb. Yeah, I was like, "I know."
You like Peter, Paul, and Mary? Oh shit, my battery. Hang on.
But yeah, it really, what Mike's right. It's actually a perfect representation of what it's like as far as like a dude goes, and you're meeting your girl's like family for the first time, because daddy's always going to be protective of his daughter and shit, and you got to be on your toes about how you handle things. But yeah, I just didn't like her in that movie at all, dude. Like, I know it all works out in the end, and then they wind up getting married and whatnot, but at the same time, it's like, Jesus Christ, can you have a little bit of empathy for me? Holy shit, dude. And by the way, your fucking stoner brother, threw me under the fucking bus, by the way, by saying, because they call it, like they were calling it Panama Red and shit, because remember, he was borrowing his jacket. And then the brother is in there trying to get the joint out from his jacket. And then Robert De Niro catches him and he's like, "Dad," or it was a pipe. And he's like, "I don't know. I just found this in Greg's jacket. I think it's a sculpture." And it was like a fucking pipe. And he's like, "I don't know what to say. This is marijuana. They used it to smoke marijuana." And he's like, "Nuh-uh."
What is it he called him?
Panama Red.
Panama Red. Yeah. That's so good, dude.
And he's like, he goes, "Hey, I missed one shot." He's like, "It was a big shot." Like the volleyball scene when they're playing, like, oh my God, dude. And by the way, can you guys think about this?
Game, fucker.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Your name is Gay Fucker. You're Gay Fucker. No, but here's the thing. Oh, by the way, I literally just put two and two together, dude. The brother, isn't he the guy in Scary Movie? The first one?
Yeah, that is him. Holy shit. 100%.
Yeah, but when they were in the volleyball scene, Pam takes him when they go to her ex's, Owen Wilson's house. I'd be like, "I'm out. What the fuck are you doing? Like, we're done." Like, you should be like, "I'm not going over there."
Yeah, dude. She screwed him over so many times in that first movie specifically. It was fucking insane.
So I don't know. What do you think is wrong? Iceman? What's wrong, Maverick? And she's like, "Do you want to be Iceman?" He's like, "No, because Owen Wilson's Iceman." He's like, "All right, well, you could be somebody else." Like, "Can he be Goose?" And she's like, "No, because Goose dies at the end." I was like, "I don't fucking care. That's the point."
Yeah, and Owen Wilson's like, "Yeah, I wheedled it out of Beechwood."
Yeah, and he's like, it's kind of like a hobby of mine. I was really inspired by Jesus. Like, oh. and then Robert De Niro's like, "Well, Greg's Jewish." And he's like, Jesus was a Jew too. You're in good company, my man.
Oh my
It's so
God,
awkward, dude. It's so awkward.
Fucking, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. No, I did the same. That when you mentioned that joke that he makes about the shower fairy, literally brought up a painful memory for me when I was with Andrea, and like I was really fucking socially awkward at this time in my life, and I was in a big group of her friends. I didn't know any of them, and they were all like kind of rude. So I was sort of like in a really awkward position, and fucking I knocked over a salt shaker. And I was like, I knocked over the pepper, and for some reason I went, oh, and I was like, I dropped the, and I have no idea why this stupid fucking thing entered my brain, but the Little John song was popular back then. I was like, oh, I dropped the shake it like a salt shaker, and this fucking asshole is already a bad enough joke. It's already embarrassing enough. This fucking asshole on the other side of the counter goes, that's the pepper. It's like, yeah.
I know.
I was like, we're leaving.
That's what you.
I gotta
go. I know.
I'm gonna shit my pants just to get out of this situation.
It was like, well, now. Fuck me for what you really want to say. Well, fuck me for making an awkward situation kind of fun. Fuck me, right? Whatever.
Sorry, I'm not a seasoningsologist or whatever the fuck that is.
A season. He's like, what's your job? A seasonologist. I test the peppers and the salt. I taste the seasons.
I'm a salt expert. Okay, fuck. Let's get into what some of you guys are saying and stop running our fat yappers. Did you have any other honorable mentions?
No, I had none. Maybe that Playmates busted out.
We're gonna check that out later. Can't wait.
To watch list.
Ken Kniff, yeah.
Isn't that so weird? Like, you guys remember that? Like, that Ken Kniff, you're like listening to like this hard ass like rap album, and he's roasting everybody. Then all of a sudden, he's talking about pushing it in his ass. Like, what the? And but wasn't that supposed to be? I thought it was they were making fun of ICP, or like he was making fun of ICP or something.
I think maybe he was. Yeah, maybe that's just like melting your ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find where we were here.
Because imagine if you're like, you just got this new album and you're cruising around and you got your CD player on your car and it's like cranking out, all the windows are down, it's the summer, and you're just letting it play, and then you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. And then you pull up to a red light, and just when you pulled up, it got to that part, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna melt in your ass. And you're like, whoa, what?
Whoops. Who left this station on? JK said, dude, where's my car? Classic, not an opinion. Fact. I can't remember. We may have read that already, but either way, it's absolutely true. I wanted to put it on the list. It just wouldn't fit. That's what my wife said. It just wouldn't all. It's so big. Lee the Machine says we need another therapy session with Dr. Loomis and Dr. Chalice and special guest me. Come on over.
Bring up your big old truck, and we'll sit there in the truck and do it.
It's like that Jerry Seinfeld show, like riding in cars with boys or whatever. I like to drive around in monster trucks.
What is that? Driving with comedians or something. I know you're talking about
Cars and Coffee or some stupid shit.
Cars and Coffee. Beans and cornbread had a fight. Beans, not cornbread outside.
27 big chickens. Thank you, Lee. Would you like a dance, Loomis?
No.
Corso said, Daddy, would you? I read that one already. Daddy, would you like some sausages? Bink. Byron said, thoughts on Event Horizon deleted orgy scene gives Hellraiser vibes.
I know, dude. That would have been, well, first off, that movie was going to be like way more graphic and darker, and yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The test audience were a bunch of pussies, and like, no, you can't put that out. What about the children that might see it, and they might become werewolves? I know. You know what's really unfortunate too is that footage is gone forever. Apparently, I guess they store old film footage in salt mines or some shit to preserve it. I don't know. And then it got deteriorated, so it's not there. Like, it's gone. All that footage, all that extra uncut footage is gone. So we'll never see a director's cut. But you're absolutely right. I would have loved to have seen the actual vision of that movie. And the Hellraiser vibes is dead on.
Yeah, the entirety of that movie uncut would have been way better. I feel like.
Yeah.
That's
actually one of the few Paul Anderson movies that I'm like, that's a great fucking movie.
Oh, what the fuck? That makes no sense at all.
Well, it's just an opinion.
Not what you not you. Not what you said, but I'm gonna suck your bro off.
Oh, Ken Kniff?
um, this is breaking news. That's fucking weird. Jake Gyllenhaal is set to star in new original film from M. Night Shyamalan. Sounds awesome. Fucking Shyamalan and Gyllenhaal together. It's gonna be weird, awesome.
I like it.
And he does a great job of leading men. Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix is great. Obviously, he's been with a bunch of great men, as have I. But it's gonna be done. It's a Nicholas Sparks movie.
Didn't he do like The Notebook or something?
Yeah, he's that gay that did The Notebook.
God, like not that I watch it and cry, idiot. Only a gay person would do that.
We're being happy, by the way. Don't cancel us, YouTube. M. Night Shyamalan looks to have his sights set on his next mysterious project and looks to have found some high-profile talent to collaborate with. Sources tell Deadline Jake Gyllenhaal is set to star in M. Night Shyamalan's upcoming film, a supernatural romantic thriller. Ooh, I wonder if someone's gonna butt fuck a ghost.
I'd like to see it.
It's fucking Brokeback Mountain too.
Jake Gyllenhaal was like, I have some experience in that.
Ooh, I can't quit you.
I have been to the top of Meat Mountain with Heath. Heath and I were like the champions of the Meat Mountain. By the way, I'm not even knocking that movie, dude. The Brokeback Mountain is actually a good movie. Like, it really is a good movie.
It's a great movie. I enjoy it. But it's like in Trap, there's like way too much needless exposition. Like the security guard's like, "Come over here." He's like, "See that tent over there? They're fucking in it, but they're both men."
Yeah,
like,
and they're ranchers.
Yeah, that's about all the things. That honest to God though, that's a great pairing. Gyllenhaal and Shyamalan together.
Yeah. I think it's like it. Dude, M. Night Shyamalan's hair looks like Michael Jackson in Thriller. He's got that little curly going.
Oh my God, it really does.
I think it's a great pair up. I know it wasn't, but Nightcrawler, one of the films that Gyllenhaal was in, is such a great movie. That does feel like a Shyamalan movie. Nightcrawler, it's got like an aesthetic to it. Maybe it's just the way it's filmed, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a good movie, or I hope it's a good movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it hard and with my dick in my hand.
As you do.
I would applaud you, but it's hard to clap with your dick in your hand.
As one does when they're watching a film with Gyllenhaal.
Every time. I watched Roadhouse again the other night. You wonder why? I don't have to tell you. Byron Hand said, "Who has more aura, Michael Myers in Kills or Piccolo from DBZ? Tough one, but Piccolo pull-up game is gold."
You know what? I'm gonna shock you, Byron. I'm gonna shock your world.
You know what the fuck he's talking about? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm gonna shock your world. I ain't never seen Dragon Ball Z. I've never seen it. I know it's crazy, right? You'd think a nerd like me would be like fapping it to it, but I've never watched it. I think I might have seen a couple of episodes. I was more of a Digimon guy. Digimon, digital monsters. But I never watched Dragon Ball Z. But I believe you. But I'm gonna have to take the default and say Michael Myers because that's the only one I know.
Same, because I've never seen Dick Balls Z's.
Yep, that was the unreleased Japanese anime.
I think I could get into that. What's that one where like apparently every movie or every show is just like them training for a big fight, and at the end they're like super powering up. And
that's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I think I could get into that.
Like, well, there was always like Goku is like the main guy. I think the one that like screams when he gets really bad and he gets a bigger wiener and he like has all these superpowers all of a sudden. I think that's Goku. Yeah. That's Dragon Ball Z.
And they have like spiky hair and shit.
Yeah.
Like I've always thought I could get into that.
Apparently it's great. I like a lot of people love it, but I just don't know. I feel like it's one of those shows you'd have to be like really high. Like
I was gonna say, I don't think we smoke enough weed.
I think I'm not knocking if you're not, but I just feel like it's like man, stoners are like, man, this is fucking badass shit, dude. It's like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. Nice.
Thank you. Papa Hades. My favorite movies from the 2000s are Dinosaur 2000 and Hollow Man.
Oh yeah, you know what? Taste. Hollow Man, I actually considered that for a second. It was a great movie. You know, I think that was the first time I'd seen Kevin Bacon as a bad guy. I know that he was a bad guy in Sleepers, but I don't remember when Sleepers came out. But he was only in it for a few minutes, or not a few minutes, but he had a short role or a short part in that. But as far as Hollow Man, he was full on evil. And
every time I think of Hollow Man, I just think of the Trapped song, which is embarrassing for me.
I don't even know the Trap song, but Hollow Man, awesome movie. Kevin Bacon's great movie.
I gotta watch that again sometime. Michael Parton says, seeing Companion tomorrow night. Zach Kreger produced. Yeah, he produced it, but I hate it when they do that shit because a producer, like, really, unless they suck at their jobs, don't really add much to it, in my opinion. I hate when they're like, brought to you by the people who brought you Barbarian. No, it's brought you by the people who produced Barbarian. You fucking dicks.
Stop grifting.
Turtlington, but I am excited for fucking Companion. Uranus usually gets credit for the well-timed jokes, but for me, Jupiter's boot crack is all I can see.
Yeah, is that boot crack or butt crack?
I think you're not allowed to say butt crack on YouTube, so I think you just put boot crack in there, or maybe it is.
Yeah, that's true. I think that someone said that they don't even say that, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I heard butt crack in that particular scene in the diner.
Yeah, dude, I refuse to believe anything else. Jupiter's butt crack.
Yeah.
In Dumb and Dumber, when the shot pans from the inside the diner to the outside, the song that comes on just for a brief second just goes Jupiter's butt crack, and then it puts back in.
Was all I could see.
We were around that so many fucking times as kids. And also, but Turlington's the greatest fucking name of all time, by the way. I don't know if you made that up or if that comes from something, but it sounds like a wrestler.
Dude, I want to have Turtlington as my Xbox gamer tag. So when you get like on Call of Duty, it's like Turtlington killed you. You got killed by a turd.
I just see them like when he comes in, like your music comes on and it's just a toilet flushing. It's like, by God, that's Turtlington coming down the pipes.
I don't know why this popped in my head, dude, but I'm not going to mention the streamer's name, but I was watching this guy and he was like raging at Street Fighter 6. He was getting mad at Street Fighter 6. He went off in his audience. And he's been around forever. But the reason why I popped in my head is because he calls everyone scrubs. They suck. They're like, oh, this guy's a fucking scrub. He sucks. It was good. My inputs didn't come out, but then he was like getting mad at the game. And then he looked over his chat. He's like, oh, where's the support, guys? Are we not supporting the stream today? All right, well, I guess I won't be playing this tomorrow. Dude, it was so funny because he literally like took his rage from that moment where he was mad at the video game out on his audience.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Because I could picture like the rage, like when you're trying to get ready for school and your mom didn't wash your clothes. Like, no clean clothes, mom. God,
dude, it was so funny. He was like, because he was like playing the game. He's like, well, I guess we're not gonna have any support today, huh, guys? Where's the support today?
We're gonna start doing that shit.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Byron Hansen, thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Gore has become a
all right, member. Gore.
Welcome. We are not live tomorrow, guys, because we are going to be recording a commentary for patrons and members, and it's going to be a goose. What? Fucking, I forgot the movie name. It was Die Hard with a Vengeance, or I know we're going to do Heretic for Mary, but the winner of the poll was.
Yeah, it was Die Hard with a Vengeance, and then there was another one that was really close to it.
Alien Romulus. Romulus. We'll be watching together. If you guys want to get in on that action or on the action this Saturday night, check it out in the links below. Gore says, can the Halloween franchise survive without Loomis?
Yeah.
I don't want it to.
Well, it's the same. I think that the Halloween franchise would be fine if Laurie Strode was never mentioned again and they rebooted it from scratch without even her in the movie. I think it would be fine.
He said Loomis.
Well, I know. Well, here's the thing. I think it could. I think
so. You like peanut butter? It's like, no, dog. I hate jelly. Like, what?
Man, you people never have two of the same thing that matches.
You better put some water on that damn shit.
I'm like, we ain't got no milk. Put some water on it. It won't hurt it.
Don't nobody go in here about 35, 45 minutes.
Yeah, because the term of the day is job, J-O-B. I think it could survive, honestly, as a franchise without Loomis. Loomis is an integral part to the whole Michael Myers mythos. But if he wasn't in the movie, if you never heard of Dr. Loomis, I think it'd be fine. I mean, but it'd be again. Personally, I just feel like they could move. If you're gonna remake the Halloween franchise, I think they're gonna keep Loomis in it. But I think you can move away from Laurie Strode and it'd be fine. I don't think anybody get mad about it necessarily.
I think at this point it's been running on for so long that injecting something new, and also Loomis will be cool, but I'm also afraid what if they fuck up Loomis? That's really bad news.
That's true,
and that's an easy character to fuck up. Mega Mouth 42. Mike and Jay, have you guys seen Young Frankenstein
with Gene Wilder?
Never saw it myself.
Or is it the one with Dennis? There's another one. No, that's
Gene Wilder. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. It's just been forever. I know it's one of Gene Wilder's better movies that he's ever done, but I don't remember much of it, but I have seen it. I liked
Yeah,
it.
I think I started it a while back and I never got around to finish it. It was I liked what I saw. Byron says Freddie Prinze Jr. ran the 2000, was in it all.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're not lying, dude. Freddie Prinze was the golden boy of the 2000s for show.
Which is crazy because he couldn't act his way out of a fucking cup.
He's the same guy. He was literally the same guy in Summer Catch. She's All That. Yeah, Summer Catch. She's All That. I Know What You Did Last Summer, and that The Last Starfighter or whatever, the one with Matthew Lillard that he was in.
I remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was the same. Yeah, you could, that motherfucker literally prompted or telegraphed his emotions before it ever, like 15 minutes before it ever happened. I was like,
oh yeah.
He literally gave the term wooden acting. Like if he was even more wood, he'd be a tree.
Yeah, he was just handsome as fuck. That was all there was to it. Lemon Press says, I'm late, but I still showed up with a 2-color Nerf football to remain dad of the year. Hope I didn't miss any tallywhackers. I'll rewind later. Yeah, dude, what a statement. Yeah, you show up with that foam fucking football, throw a couple passes, and then like you're basically, that's what Dr. Chalice does with his kids. You show here, take some masks. All right, see you next semester.
I haven't seen you in 10 years, Dad. It's like, yeah, but I got baseball stuff.
Baseball stuff.
Yeah, Dad, you're the greatest.
Lemon Press says, P.S. that damn Heels cliffhanger.
I know, dude. It sucks, dude. I know. If you guys, Heels, check it out. Please get enough rotation on that so we get a third season, because it's got to have one.
Get up and walk your way over to Netflix to check it out, and be glad that you can do that, because some people can't.
Yeah, I'm going to be the bigger man and walk away. Walk away.
Jacob, it's good to see you, buddy. Appreciate that very much, man. Sup, motherfuckers. Miss chatting you guys live. Got off work early for a car appointment. So I'm glad to get to send this. Love y'all. Can't wait for Hard Eyes as well. Hopefully it's good. By the way, I shipped your guys CDs.
Hey, sweet, man. Dude. Thanks, dude.
Hard Eyes is going to fucking rip. It's going to be a goddamn banger. I hope that your car appointment doesn't suck shit. Hopefully it's just an oil change. Dude, how funny would it be if Jacob was the guy working on DJ's car?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and like, or JD's, and then fucking like they didn't know it. But what if he was the? I don't know where I'm going with this. That doesn't make any sense. You're both getting your car fixed. I'm horny. I'm confused.
It's nice to see you, Jacob, and we can't wait to listen to your CDs. Is there Kin Kniff in it? Because there better be.
Can you add us a Kin Kniff openings? Like,
now that
yeah, this fucking band.
Yeah, I can't get it out of my fucking head now that you mentioned it.
Gonna listen to these motherfuckers CDs. Yeah.
Rock and roll melting.
Jacob says, by the way, were you ever into 80s punk bands like Bad Religion? Yes. The Descendants? Yes. All. I don't know who that is, and I'm embarrassed. Agent Orange? Yes. The Adolescents? Yes. Lately, I've got heavily back into Bad Religion. Shit slaps so much ass. Generator is my favorite. My favorite is still Fuck You. And I'm not saying that to you because you're a wonderful man, but all you gotta do is say fuck you. It's a fucking great song. American Jesus is great. Dude, Bad Religion is one of my favorite bands. So, but I'd go Bad Religion first. The Descendants, as far as this list goes, those would be the top two on there. But I love both those bands. It's weird to even consider them 80s, dude. You know, those old fuckers are still like torn and like on stage with their glasses and everything.
They look like mummies walking around with their bandages falling off.
They look pretty healthy. That band.
No, I know. I'm just. I don't even know what the fuck any of those bands are. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what? I know Bad Religion, but the only religion I know is Jesus, and that's a good religion. So I don't have those kind of satanic things in my house. I won't have a Ouija board, and I won't listen to satanic pushing of the drug.
I have a Bad Religion. I have a Bad Religion t-shirt.
No, I know Bad Religion. You know what? I probably know some of the songs if I listen to them, but I don't know the bands.
Yeah, dude, I have that shirt and it's got the crosses on it, crossed out or whatever, and I'll wear it in videos sometimes. And every once in a while, someone will come on here and be like, "What's up with the fucking shirt?"
I haven't noticed. Now I'm going to keep my eye on you. Okay. Yeah. I will not be having that.
Yeah. You're going to hell with me now.
I won't be doing it. I don't even know that motherfucker. I just met him. Yeah. Well, we have a picture of you with Mike on video too. He's like, yeah, I seen him, but I don't know him.
You listen to Jimmy, but you ain't hearing Jimmy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you so much, Jacob, man.
Thank you, man.
I hope everything goes smooth today. Can't wait to listen to those CDs. Dallas Cervantes. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, man.
Says, currently I have the flu and I'm feeling a little woozy here. Woozy here. That sucks, dude.
Yeah, dude. The flu is awful. I had COVID not long ago, and that was like fucking woo-wee. I hate that shit. Isn't it weird, like how like dudes will be like, I'm not going to the hospital for anything. Like nothing. You're like your finger could be falling off. You're like, I'm not gonna go. I'll take care of it myself. I'll put some scotch tape on that, put some glue, I'll be good. But when you get like the flu or you like any like a virus like that, you get like a fucking pansy, and you're like, you gotta stay home with me, wife, and take care of me. I don't feel good.
Can I miss like chicken noodle soup?
He's like, no, it doesn't make me feel good. Can I get some points for Fortnite so I can buy some stuff?
Yeah, dude, that is great. Speaking of the flu, they are still. Oh no, I guess it just ended. It's like, dude, they're still grilling Bobby's old ass up there. Like, just going after him.
I've noticed you looking off camera. Is that what you're watching?
Yeah, like I'm just watching like these old people just scream at RFK, and he's like, I didn't do anything with him.
Sometimes, you know, dude. Sometimes that C-SPAN is rocking. Sometimes that's Mike's in the CNN newsroom. Hey, right now we're going live. Bobby Kennedy, his voice is still shaky because he's scared. It's like, oh, I think that's his voice problem. It's like, no, he's scared.
He's fucking dude. He looks scared.
I'd be pissed, dude. I couldn't sit there and be grilled like that nonsense. Like, you know what? I didn't want the fucking job. Fuck you, dude.
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking when I was watching. I'm like, after this is over, can we go to Arby's? I want to get one of those double meat mountain sandwiches with the cheese.
Obviously, he wants it so bad. His voice is quavering. Come on, guys. He needs to eat.
Jamocha shake. All right, I'm done. Sorry. Michael said, "What Lies Beneath with Michelle Pfeiffer's underrated."
It's a good movie.
Saw it in the theater and don't remember shit about it, but I have wanted to rewatch that one. Hey, look who the fuck it is right here.
Hey, there's Stone Cold
motherfucker right here. Brandon.
How's the dating life going, Stone?
Yeah, I told him we was giving him shit. I didn't hear back from him. I don't know if he actually watched it or not, but we were giving him shit because he got a girlfriend. He stopped hanging out with us.
Hey, like that's fine. I mean, because it's like, you want to go hang out with your girlfriend and not watch movies with us. That's cool.
Hey, I hope everything's going. Genuinely fucking happy for you, dude. Just busting your balls.
To see you, dude.
I wish I could lick him, but I'll have to settle for that. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Shaved his fucking head. Still handsome.
Good.
Still handsome. Adrian says, H mentions Scary Movie, Remember the Titans, Me, Myself, and Irene, Hellraiser Inferno, Hollow Man, Pay It Forward, Sixth Day, What Women Want, and Miss Congeniality.
Those are all great, man. Yeah. That's a better list than our honorable mentions. Well, but most of them was on there, but yeah, dude, they're all good.
Only thing I ever remember about What Women Want is when he gets in the bathtub and he's like, Testament, because when you get in the bathtub and you got to put your back against the cold thing and you don't want to. I was like, that's so relatable.
I remember when he was drunk and he was trying on all the women's clothes. He was putting stockings on. He's like, I'm a bitch. And he was like cleaning off he had that cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit.
It's like, that's what you're just like. He's basically Oscar De La Hoya after a fight. I'm going to tie my wife's stockings.
Oh, fuck. The top 10 for Adrian is The Patriot, Final Destination, Meet the Parents, Traffic. Traffic was a good one, too.
Good one.
Scream 3. Yeah, I left Scream out of a fucking top 10. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Papa?
Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me, Papa?
Boy. Castaway, Frequency, The Perfect Storm, Mark Wahlberg, George Clooney. That movie just depresses me because you know they're gonna fucking die.
Yeah,
that's why I don't like it.
Spoiler alert! Thanks, asshole.
Oh my god, here comes a big fucking wave, George. American Psycho and Gladiator. Great fucking list, man. He says Crazy just watched American Psycho last night. How do you interpret it? Does he really murder everyone or did he imagine it? To me, he did do all that stuff.
Well, you know what? That's one way you can look at it for sure. I always thought he just imagined it. I feel like it was something that he wants to do like so badly. Like that's all he's consumed with. That just takes over his life. He's a psycho. Obviously, he's psychotic, and these are all imaginings that he's having, and he's giving into these fantasies. But as far as him actually doing it, no, I don't think he did it at all. I think he just imagined it, and he got away with it. And that's why he wakes up like, oh my god, I didn't kill that fucker, but I wanted to.
I like your take on boobies. I like to think that as well, because like I know this is gonna sound sick as fuck, but like you end up liking him. I think by the end of the movie, because just some of the shit he does is so funny and it's so over the top. But like, I actually start to feel bad for him when he's like crying on the phone. He's like, I'm a sick fuck. I did all these things, so I like to think he didn't. But I'll let you guys know when I'm done with the book if what the book says.
Well, that's why it's such a good movie though, because the ending does leave you like wondering. It doesn't give you a definitive answer, which is great.
No, 100%. He probably actually did suck off that dude in the bathroom, though.
That's 100% accurate.
Yeah. Dan Torres says, ready to rumble. Worldwide kicking dirt.
Hey, good for you.
What would Kevin Durant do? Wonder Women's.
Wonder why he didn't win a championship.
I don't know what that means, Joel, but I like it. Yeah, Royal Rumble is this weekend, but we'll be on live Patreon, so I won't be watching that. Michael Parton says, y'all best keep it gay now. You hear? I'll start saying that. Just go with like the True Value down the street, buy a screwdriver and be like, y'all keep it gay now here.
That should be our sign off. Y'all keep it gay now. Here.
Lee the Machine says, we need a therapy session with Loomis Chalice and I already read that, didn't I?
Yeah, you read that one.
Stupid idiot. Fucking dummy. Bad Apple, Mad Apples has never catch a live as I'm UK time. You guys have been much needed brothers to me for a long time. Thanks. Long time lurker, keep being you.
Hey, thank you, man. That's really nice to hear on a Wednesday. Thank you.
I love it. I love it when the lurkers just pop up and then like, I can't contain it anymore. Look at my dick. I like to look at it.
Hey, man. Hey, don't lurk so much. Come on up here to the spotlight and say how you feel. It's fine.
We'll blow on it a little bit.
We won't be gentle.
You know how 2.5 Men the show starts and they're on the mic. It's like men. That's just me and Jay on each side of your dick going.
Oh, whistling penis. Whistling penis.
What the fuck is this show? Lee the Machine says, can't imagine Loomis and Doofy working side by side. Hey, Loomis, meet your new partner, Officer Doofy. That would be the greatest Rochambeau film of all fucking time.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, Doofy, I'm going to ask this question, and I don't mean any offense. Are you retarded? I'm going to ask you a question. You put your wiener in a vacuum, and you yell at your mom for catching you. I don't think you should be working with me. I don't know. I was thinking that Blade thing's like retarded. I thought you were retired. Retarded.
Not dead, just very much retarded.
That was the line they didn't use.
Oh man, this has been a fun show today. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you on some of you guys on Saturday night. The rest of you guys will see you on Tuesday. Y'all have a great fucking day, and thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We love your butts, and we want to lick them.
Yep.
Y'all keep it gay now.
There you go.
Here.
Bye.
We're stop by sometime for a beer.
That's right.
Gay as dirt. Gay as the sun. Gay as a man. Is this ended yet? Is this still going? Gay as chunky noodle soup in my mouth.